Hey, what's
Hey,
hey, Michael? You really changed since last week.
yeah, I know, bro. I lost all my hair. What's
What's
going
up,
on, Dave?
Joseph? How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good, good, good.
It's
How's
good to be
everybody
here.
doing? Thank you for joining us on Collection Wars. I love this. I love that Joe
My
posted
addictive friends and pet. That's
a
absolutely
gun
true.
a Collection Wars has, right?
That's right.
Michael's running a little behind. He's trying to, rush as much as he possibly can. And so he'll be here soon. And Sean, I think, should be here soon too, but
Hopefully.
we'll wait around. Yeah. So
Hey, Matt.
we got our buddies kind of rolling in. Got Matt. What's up,
Very
Matt?
nice.
Got Evan. What's up, Evan? How you
Hey,
doing? Guillermo. What's up?
Guillermo.
Matt. What's
Matt.
up? Jeff. What's up, Jeff? How you doing?
Jeff, oh, yeah, it's okay. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, it's always like, because everyone's handle, right? And it takes me a second to be like, what's the handle? Oh yeah.
I was like, that's not Sean, is it?
No. Chris, what's up, Chris?
Hey,
How you
guys.
doing? Robin, how are you?
Robin.
You guys are working late. All right, no problem. Johnny, what's up, Johnny? How
Hey,
you
Johnny.
doing?
Joel.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
Joel said it best there.
We-
My addictive friends. We're total
right?
addicts.
Exactly. Armando, what's up, Armando?
Hey,
How you doing?
Armando.
Oh, there's Sean. What's up? What up,
hey,
Sean?
Sean.
How you doing, man?
Good, you?
Good,
Sean,
man.
It always makes me feel bad when Sean pops up because his setup is he looks super professional. Like the background's all like perfect lighting, blurred out. He's super sharp.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. What are you guys up to?
Nothing much. We just jumped on, saying hi to everybody.
Hey,
Got Steven. What's up, Steven? How you doing? Got Sean. Other Sean.
What's up, other Sean?
Yeah. Jens, how you doing, Jens?
Hey.
Sean Solo. So Sean, I just want to throw this out there early on right now. So Sean, PJ, and Nilda, you know, have a little Star Wars show too called Sithcast. And this Wednesday, they're gonna be interviewing the what's his name? Oh my god, I already
is it the heavy Mando dude?
Heavy Mando, yes.
What's his name though?
I forget his name.
Are you talking about Paz Vizsla?
Paz Vizsla, yeah, but the actor.
The actor,
the actor. I don't remember his name.
Yes. Yeah, so you guys definitely go check it out. Sithcast.
That'll be cool.
On Wednesday. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Nice. I haven't talked to PJ in forever.
Tight Fletcher?
Yes.
Tight Fletcher, okay.
Hey, Scott.
Scotty, what's up, Scott? Star Wars addict. Yeah,
hey.
Mike looks different. I know, right? La guerra de las colecciones. I know, right? Janine, how you doing, Janine?
Hey, Janine.
How are you? Zombie Hunter 115. How you doing? Eric, what's up?
Very nice.
Nilda, what's up,
hey,
Nilda? Yes. No, I'm telling you, I'm excited for that show. I want to see it. It's like such good timing that they got him on right after
the
this
same
episode,
week.
right?
Yeah. I know.
David,
what up, Dave? Did you guys see his C-3PO, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Jose.
Yeah. What's up? Robbie too. Left Coast. What's up?
What up?
Doing?
Got a lot of people on tonight.
Gotta collect them all. I need to buy a whole new pin board because of all the latest ones that I've been. There you go, Tate Fletcher. Yeah.
Tate Fletcher, yeah.
Awesome.
Wasn't he in something else other than Mando?
He was, yeah, he played something else too in Star Wars, right? Like an actual character or like a double, right? The stunt double. Yes, Kevin. Yes.
Hey, Kevin.
I mean, we were just talking about that. The handles, right?
Sometimes that's right.
The handles. Yeah, Far from Death Star. What's up, Justin? How you doing? Oh, he was in Breaking Bad as well.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
nice.
Man, I
well,
missed that show.
Well,
So
cool.
I gotta tell you a little funny anecdote just before I jumped on here. So remember, Gabe, last night when we spoke, my wife was in the background, and I was like, "Do we have anything going on tomorrow night? Can I be on the show?"
Yeah.
She didn't say anything, right? So then today, I told her, I said, "Well, I'm going down. I'm about to start the show," and she's like, "Oh," she said, "So you mean when you asked me yesterday, you weren't asking my permission? You were just telling me." And I was like, "Oh, was I supposed to ask your permission?" And then I was on my phone, and I said, "Oh, sorry, too late. The thumbnail's already up, and I'm in it."
Oh, that's
I was
funny.
like, "There's no going back now."
That's right. I'm like immediately. I'm like, all right, let's lock them in. Lock them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, cool. What's been up with you, Sean?
Nothing much, man. Just on spring break till like Monday, so I'm pretty bummed about that. Yeah. What about you?
Just busy with work and trying to, just keep it going. It's crazy, especially tax season. Oh my god, that's the worst thing. I mean, we've been doing our taxes for the last couple weeks, like here and there, but yeah, like this weekend, it all came to a freaking like, I can't avoid it anymore. I hate it. I hate tax season.
Well, yours is probably pretty complex, and yours, Sean, too, right? Because of all your business, like the business ventures. Gabe, you've got the tattoo parlor, and Sean, mine used to be pretty simple, but it's gotten every year it gets more and more complex.
Well, yeah, with I guess with your new situation, it's gonna have to change too, right?
Yep. Yeah. So I finished up my taxes, and I've been, this job that I'm in is winding to a close. So I've only got 3 more weeks of work left. Yeah. And then I'm done. Then I'm gonna be here. Then I'm gonna be here all the time.
Nice.
Oh man. We're gonna see you in a month or so, and you're gonna be all like bearded, like you're gonna you're gonna look like
bomber.
Or like Aviator, like what's his like
Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes.
Like
with like long nails, and you're just like
peeing in a cup.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, honestly, when I'm on a roll in here, I already do that, so that's okay.
I got.
Well, that's
you can start. Go ahead. I was gonna say you can start 3D printing now.
I know.
Yeah,
it's so funny because when I first got my 3D printer, I told Sean he was starting, or just a little before that, and then I got it. I set it all up, and I still haven't printed a single thing because I just haven't had any time.
Yeah. So the one thing I will kind of give you a heads up, and I'm sure Sean knows about this, but like with resin printing, it the smell, there's a very it's a strong smell of the alcohol too, right? Because you have to clean everything and all that stuff. So you probably, I don't know where you already have it set up, but you probably want to get some type of like
ventilation.
So so I thought about all of that, and I was racking my brain over where to set this up, right? Because of the smell and all of that, I didn't want to put it in the workshop, right? Because I didn't want to deal with that. And then it clicked. So when we built our house down here in the basement, we built a closet with a hookup for a washer and dryer.
Oh, there you go.
And it's got power and ventilation, and it's got a fan, and it's got the 4-inch duct for the dryer output. Right. So I set up the printer. I got a table, and I set up the printer in there because the printer is huge too. It's a Sonic Mega 8K.
Yeah, it's massive.
And so I set it up in there, and then I got an inline ventilation fan, and I connected the duct. It's got a 4-inch output, and I connected it right to the dryer output.
Nice.
So it's basically, it sucks all the air from inside that room.
Yeah.
And it blows it out. And then there's also the ceiling fan in there, which is humidity triggered that goes off. And then I also got a heater.
Yeah.
So you can close the door, right? And the whole thing is sitting on concrete, so it's absolutely stable.
Flat. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be warm and it'll be ventilated, and there won't be any UV light in there, so it'll work perfectly once I get started.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, with those 3D, with the resin ones, it's just about calibrating it really quick, making sure that the height is done, and then after that, I mean, it's basically.
Well, I heard cleanup is kind of
cleanup.
Yeah.
Depends on what you print, though. It really depends on what you print.
Really?
Yeah, because if you're printing something that's like very like complex and like you need it to be like really fine, then yeah, it's like a B to clean that up. But if it's something like simple, it's like usually you just like take it off. But like compared to PLA, it's like way harder as far as like just more work, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and especially because you got to take off the little plate and all that and clean it, because if you don't, and then the bottom, right, you got to like really clean it out, because if it dries, it'll dry with like little little resin like
now I need to look into this still, but Frankie.
Oh dang!
Oh, no.
That's hilarious.
Weak way.
That's
Hey,
like
wait.
math, man.
Surprise guest.
This is my very first cosplay.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Well, what's up, everybody?
What's up, Michael?
How's it going?
Good to see you, Joseph. Was that the nerdiest thing ever?
That was.
It was up there.
I don't know. The only thing that would have topped that, Michael, is if you were in a Slave Leia bikini.
With that mask on, though.
Yeah, with the mask. Yeah.
Hey, I just got to say real quick. I didn't mean to get in the way of y'all's conversation real quick.
That's okay.
Gabe, this thing, dude. I mean,
hey, let me put you on big screen really quick.
Yeah,
for sure.
That is awesome.
I mean, it's got some pretty good weight to it.
Wow,
that's great.
Is that metal?
Yes, this is aluminum here.
Wow,
it's very sharp, actually.
It's aluminum and all found parts. Well, I would say 90% of it, 95% of it is found parts.
That is awesome.
Look at that's the
you did a beautiful job.
One of the Kenner blasters.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, I saw the when you sent me that picture, I was like, oh, I reached out to Ryan. I know Ryan and Julie are watching right now. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I was just telling them how excited I am for this. Yeah.
This thing is
Michael, how did they send it to you?
I'll tell you what, it was incredible. The packing took me about 30 minutes to unpack it, but what a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Was it in one big long box?
That's
Yeah.
And then he took a big thing of styrofoam. Yeah, I sent it to Gabe, I think.
Yeah, here I'll post a picture.
But yeah,
because I know Ryan was telling me he was like, I can't take it apart. I'm not sure how to ship it. So
he did a fantastic job.
Oh, jeez. That's awesome.
But yeah.
The top half of that stick kind of looks like the thing Figure and Dan plays a little bit.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
The little flute looking
thing. Yeah.
It took him a long time to acquire all the parts, and he cares so much about Gabe's. You guys know I'm not really into lightsabers and weapons and stuff, but God, there's just something about this thing. It's just really really cool. But it's like go cut somebody's head off with this bad boy.
And you know what it is, Michael? I think what it is, I think when the Kenner toys came out, that was one of the most like kind of recognizable weapons from the Kenner series, right?
Yes,
like
absolutely.
So
yeah, it's just really really cool. So
that's great. After seeing that box now, I'm grateful that they don't live more than a few hours drive from me.
Oh, yeah. For sure. But yeah, I'm going to do a video. I know Gabe, when he gets his, will do a really good video on it, but this with the proper lighting on it and stuff. So for all you guys that don't know, my deal is I want to do a life-size Weequay, because I thought it would be, because I got, as you could see, the mask from Fram Dam, and I thought it'd be cool to go ahead and finish it out. But I was talking to Warren Huck about, if there's anybody out there, he knows a lot of the life size guys, and so does Sean. But he was thinking maybe a seamstress because I haven't seen any weekway costumes out there. So to put in a mannequin, you know.
Yeah.
How intricate's the costume?
You know, it looks pretty like it could be pretty easy, maybe, you know. It's just like gloves and, you know, it's a weird color blue shirt and with a deal over it. But so, but I haven't really looked real hard for it. But yeah. So, but yeah, this is just really cool piece. So.
Man,
yeah. It's God, you should wait till you see it, Gabe.
And the thing is, you got to remember, like all the aluminum parts of it, like Ryan grinded them himself. Like he literally created that himself. So like that, and that's why his level of accuracy, like his attention to detail, even just like the curvature of like the way it's sloping. I mean, every little detail he's spot on, and it's just amazing. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are looking for like high quality, you know, kind of prop replicas from lineage, right? Like found parts, lineage stuff. Ryan is just knocking.
Well, that's the thing. Ryan is so concerned.
Oh man,
like, let me tell you about it. It's like he can't sleep at night if something's not right.
Listen, it's kind of like some of the modelers out there, Joseph, right? Like Jason or Salzo, but it's like, dude, you and maybe 3 other people are going to know about. I mean, this is spot on. I mean, people are going to be coming into the restaurant to see this on display.
Hey, look at Sean. We
go
each other? What?
That's funny. Californians. Hang on a second. Put this up.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. How much does he charge for those, or is it just like a case by case?
It's case by case. Yeah, I reach out to him, and you know, if you guys are interested in one, because again, there's a lot of man hours that go into it, right? Because again, he's doing these by hand. It's not like he's mass producing them. It's literally just him,
and he's got a day job. So
right. And you gotta remember, he finds the parts, right? It's not like he just and keep in mind, he can make it like out of resin, right? Like he has castings of certain parts, but you know, obviously for us, we're like, no, we want a lot of found parts, like as many as we can find. So it takes them a while to even just to find some of them, and some of them are so rare that it's just like it's not even worth asking for those, because again, it could take months, if not years, to find this little piece. So it's just better to just get a camera.
What blows me away, guys, is that like seeing this. I mean, I could see like all the things that you see in Star Wars, and I'm sure in a lot of other movies that I'm just not really into. You know, I don't know the weapons and stuff like Gabe, and I'm sure you guys, but when I have this thing in my hand, I can see that, man, you can see like it might shoot. That's like the laser on the top or something, you know, for a vibrate, how it works, but it's like a real working weapon, you know, it's pretty cool. So, but yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, man.
But it's nice. It's good to see everybody tonight, though. So
yeah. Thank you for everybody for joining, and you know, again, having Sean. I know, you know, Joseph.
I know this is a treat. Sean's schedule is busier than mine.
I know.
Mine's pretty busy.
I know.
He doesn't even have kids, and he's busier than I am.
But you at one time put those hours in like he did, brother.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, how many hours? I mean, how many years? About 15 years.
Too many.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a quick story before my wife turns on the TV and puts on YouTube. But so back in the day when I was in medical school, I mean, I had a lot of friends who would go out, you know, party, and I had an apartment downtown, but I was on the ground floor of the apartment, right? So my windows were all at street level. And I had a big exam one night, and I was studying, and my friends called me and they wanted me to go out, and I couldn't go out. And so I was like had my head in the books, and they decided they were going to try and get me to come out by bringing some girl to my apartment. And all of a sudden I just hear this knocking on my window, knocking. So finally I go and I pull up the shades, and I see this girl bare chested with her chest up against the glass.
What medical school did you go to? I definitely picked the wrong.
You went to Hooters Med.
I picked the wrong. I
University of
should have
Hooters.
gone medical school instead of law school. What
Anyway, yeah, and they were not in medical school, mind you, but that was their like, you have to come out. I mean, we went this far, but but to show you how dedicated I was, I didn't.
You didn't go.
You say it's strong.
I didn't go, and you know, the horrible thing is that, you know, I don't even remember what I was studying for, and I probably got a good grade, but I'll never forget turning down that that night out.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah. So anyway,
so speaking of medical and medical devices, yesterday I ended up getting the
Wonka, yeah, whatever it's called.
Wonka.
The energy matrix. Do you know what this is, Michael?
No.
Okay. So you remember? All right, and kind of let's go and tell the whole story. So throughout the like 90s and early 2000s, there was this rumor, right, that was going around that there's this lost scene where Luke, and there's a lightsaber, right, that everyone was talking about, that somebody saw like in Australia or one of those traveling museums, right? And they said they saw the lightsaber open, and you know, it had like the crystal, and you know, it was like you could open it, right? It was one of those reveal ones. And everyone's like, no. And there's even interviews where they were asking Mark Hamill about it. Like, do you remember filming that? And he's like, no, we never filmed that. Like, there's no such thing. So fast forward to 2006, I think 2004, when they were releasing the Blu-rays, right? When they're redoing the Blu-ray editions, they were going through all this footage and they found the scene. And basically it's the scene where Luke, right? It's supposed to be the opening scene of Return of the Jedi. Yeah, where he's messing with his lightsaber, the little buttons click, he closes it, turns it on, it's green, and then it cuts to Darth Vader. Well, this is a replica of the little tool that he's using to like fix his lightsaber. Mm-hmm. And again, it's one of those deep cuts where it's like nobody would have, right? Like, who would have thought, right? And what it is, it's a little medical device. From my understanding, it's like a dental thing, right? Like this top part is like a dental piece of something.
Yeah,
and then
I use those all the time to inflict pain on my patients.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then the other this round part, right? I think it's part of like a little one of those little like drop, I guess it's like a dropper kind of deal, right? I don't know. There's a bunch. Actually, maybe there's little. I saw something in here. No, I guess not. It's the little display stand. So it comes with the stand. But yeah, super cool.
Where'd you pick that up at?
It's that company called Wonka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know about him, I don't know his name, but he sells lightsaber parts, and he actually does kit parts for the bunker bomb. Yeah, that's the scene.
Oh, look at that.
From Return of the Jedi, and that's the instrument.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yep.
So if the viewers get a chance, go to his website, because there is he's actually, I don't know if it was him, I think it was somebody else, but it's on his website. There's a book that was published. Well, it's not published, it's a PDF, but it's like over 100 pages long, and it is detailing all of the lightsabers of the original trilogy, like right down to like every part. What yeah. So the book it's like over 100 pages long, and it has detailed shots of all the original lightsabers. Like, he even went so far as to, I mean, this is, talk about a deep dive. Luke's lightsaber from A New Hope, the T-grips that go around the handle, they're not evenly spaced, right?
Yeah.
He actually detailed like the degree of separation between each strip. So if you want to make yours 100% accurate, and then he makes a 3D printed template that you slide over your Graflex and then put your strips down so they're spaced exactly like the original one. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah.
I took a screenshot of the actual parts. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, here it is. All right, one part is a Devilbus atomizer. Do you know what that is? What's a Devilbus atom?
I think an atomizer is when you spray a liquid and it
Yeah.
creates a mist.
There you go. Yeah.
So like perfume stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. It was like a dropper. So that's one part of it, and then the other part is some type of dental, like, let me see.
A dental dam.
Yeah, it's some type of dental something. And
would an
number
atomizer
8.
be similar to like a nebulizer?
No,
It's the
Or
nebulizer. Yeah, but
Where,
I
like,
mean,
it
it's
creates
kind
like
of the
that,
same.
Yeah, like an aerated mist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other thing is number 8 ivory retainer matrix. I think that's a dental thing. So, anyways, kind of cool.
Very cool.
It only showed up in the movie literally like 1 second, or like probably
In a deleted scene.
In a deleted scene that you could only watch on the Blu-ray edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool because I'm gonna put it next to my EFX one. You know, I have the EFX reveal, so it's kind of cool. It's like, you know, it needed that.
Speaking of reveals, Gabe, I meant to ask you. Yeah. So EFX made the Luke lightsaber reveal. They also had a prototype for another reveal, right? That they never produced. Was that Obi-Wan's or Luke's?
The Obi-Wan's the one that there's pictures of.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope they'll eventually release that if they're looking, at stuff that they prototyped and never released.
Yeah.
That and a Macquarie Stormtrooper.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I guess, because Jay Kushwara, the guy who designed the Macquarie Vader helmet for them, also did the Stormtrooper. And of course, we see the prototype at all the cons.
Oh, yeah.
And never released it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I'm hoping it'll happen one day if they're looking for, it seems, so that's one of the things I was going to mention, right? So last time you guys this week you showed the Armorer helmet, right? That they're going to be releasing. Mm-hmm. And they are going to be delivering on the Scout Trooper helmet after 9 years.
We're talking about EFX.
Yeah. And I just got a notice that they are going to be charging out for the Rey Darksaber.
Mm-hmm. I heard about that.
I think that we pre-ordered in like 2019 or something.
Yeah.
So it looks like everything's kind of coming to fruition now. Right?
Do you know the details, Joseph?
I'm sorry.
Do you know the details on ownership and if it's the same people or people are stepping in? Do you get?
Well, I think it was Brian's business partner, right, Larry.
Mm-hmm. Larry, yeah, he's still around. And then Evan, yeah, and then Evan, he was Brian's attorney friend. He's involved in the United States side of it. So it's, I think it's mostly, as far as like operational things, that's as far as I know, it's them two kind of dealing with the operations of it. So, and yeah, I've actually been in communication with them just recently. So I'm excited. I really do think they're going to deliver. They were talking about there's an issue with the Legend Scout Trooper because, the original Scout Trooper was supposed to be vacuum formed, and it's just like, it's plastic that was vacuum formed, and they were supposed to make it like that. The problem with that is that obviously through manufacturing and through all these years of trying to get it done, they decided to change it a little bit, just the material, because they didn't want it to just deteriorate like super quick, right? Because imagine you're paying $1,000 for this prop, and that plastic will eventually just start tearing apart and just start breaking down. So they decided to change the material and a little the process, the way it's done, just for it to last longer, right? Everything else, the dimensions, everything's going to be the same. So a lot of people are kind of questioning, well, is it still like a Legend, quote unquote? Right. Yeah, it is, right? Because it's kind of closer to that process. And then what's the difference between that one and then the LE? Well, the LE is going to be, it's fiberglass. The problem with the LE is because it was fiberglass, they had some issues, with the manufacturer. They had
that dip, right?
Yeah, I
Or
remember
the
that
gap.
The gap.
So the one that I have that I got from Sean, and Sean has the same one, the RS Prop Master one. It's like super thin, man. I mean, you could. I remember Gabe, you mentioning that before. Have you actually
probably rip it?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could almost rip that damn thing. And it's very accurate though.
Yeah. And that's where they kind of ran into that issue, right? Is that okay? Yeah, they could have made it like that, right? Absolutely, but people are paying $1,000 for this. Like, you want it to last a very long time, right? And then the base is gonna look cool. It's gonna be the bunker, right? The Return of the Jedi bunker. That's gonna be the base. At least that's kind of the initial,
concept. Would that be like their first? Go ahead.
No, it's not coming with the blaster though anymore.
I thought
is it?
Yeah. It's on the bunker. Yeah.
On the bunker.
Would that be their first like themed base?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a themed base.
I haven't seen. Yeah, besides that,
right?
I guess the pirate helmet, right? Like the Vader one is the only one that's kind of different. Like it's
kind of like themed, yeah, but like more like diorama, pure arts kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So now I opted for the fiberglass one. I like fiberglass helmets. I don't like the vacuum formed or the ABS ones. But I didn't have that problem. Oh, hey Ben.
Hey Ben.
I did not have the problem. I don't have a gap. It's pretty. It's really nice.
The fiberglass one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I got. I have it, and it didn't bother me, especially because I have it kind of up, looking up, so you can't.
Really hey, Left Coast, when he mentions get the Hasbro one, does Hasbro have a Biker Scout?
Yeah, they're coming out with one from their Black Series, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, badass.
Yeah. So that's gonna be really. It's gonna be $100 and something bucks. That'd be cool. Once I get, because I'll get all three. I'm gonna get all three of them. That'd be cool to do a video comparing all of them. Right? It's like from $100 to $1,000.
You know what? It comes down to the collector, right? Because these Black Series ones, right, Joseph? I mean, I like them. Like I have the Boba Fett Hasbro one, right? Yeah. And dude, I mean,
to each his own, right? I mean, look, the original ones, like even the Stormtrooper helmets, right? They were all, vacuum formed. They're thin. They're, they feel very cheap, right? The authentic ones, the original ones.
Right.
But I'm not the kind of person that if I have something, right? If I have a Stormtrooper helmet or a Scout Trooper helmet, I want it to feel like a motorcycle helmet, not a hard hat, right? I want it to feel like something that you would actually wear and would protect you if you went into battle.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're thinking when you see it on screen. Yeah. Not some, flimsy piece of plastic that,
No. So everybody on the chat, Solofet, he said he got one from EFX. Who all ordered? I know Joseph ordered one. I'm sorry, the armor.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see the kind of the lineage, because I have I have one already and I have one coming, and I'd like to compare to see the differences, right? Because everybody, all the helmets to this point are not, they're really based on what you see, but who knows if the dimensions are accurate.
Right. And the one thing too, that's why I put out that little video, because the pictures that EFX had, and again, I actually reached out to them about it. It sounds like when they first took the pictures, they kind of just did them really quick, and the angle is off, right? So it makes it look, the way like they kind of cropped it, makes it look super
it looks
long.
Weird.
Yeah, really, really bad pictures. So I wanted to kind of clear that up, because it was at Comic-Con. I think it was actually at Celebration as well, right?
It was
the Anaheim. And so I wanted to kind of show that those pictures are not accurate. Like once you actually see it, it's exactly like the screen used one. The paint is obviously going to be a little bit different, because there's technically two versions, right? The season 1, and then after season 1, they kind of changed it to a little more shiny.
Yeah.
And this one's the matte finish one. But yeah, I mean that's gonna be a really cool one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they come out with. So.
Well, speaking of the armor, sorry, Joseph.
No
armor.
no.
Did you guys even talk about Mando yet?
We haven't.
No. We're no. Johnny, I did see it in person. Yeah. I think we all saw it in person, right? Like at Comic-Con. Yeah, it's legit.
The shape is great. I don't know what the finished piece will look like, but I was, I expected more of a metallic looking piece, and it has kind of the finish on it is a little bit dull, right? It looks more like brass that's not polished than, than something like what you saw C-3PO in A New Hope, where it's like vacuum metallized but then dirtied, which is now what you see, right? In the latest episodes of The Mandalorian, you see her outside. Yeah. And you see that the glint.
Hey,
spoiler alert.
Let's jump in. I was talking to Sean last night, and I am not into these things deep like a lot of the viewers are. But I just have to say, you want me to start with this one, Gabe?
Yeah.
I freaking thought that this was probably, out of all of the Mandalorian episodes, probably the best out of, like, there's like two or three, but this is definitely like the first, like, on top of my list. I just was so excited seeing all the different things in there, man. And then, but we'll talk about this in a minute, but Sean started telling me all this stuff, and I was like, hey, because I kind of noticed, and it's like the theory of things, right, Sean? I mean, I was like, huh. What did you think about it, Gabe?
This last episode? I mean, I liked it. Yeah, it's good. It's getting good. Obviously, we find out, that some of the character. I'm sure by now it's not a spoiler, right? That that they killed Paz, right? Paz.
P-A-Z. Yeah.
Paz.
He was a badass character, man. You felt empathy, right?
I felt it when he died. I was like, I didn't think I had any kind of.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert right there.
Right, spoiler alert. And then Mando gets caught. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
They get his head off.
Now, here's two observations though, and I mean they're kind of out there now, but so the super troopers, right? Like the white troopers, so that they're heavily based on the McQuarrie super trooper, right? Which was before Boba Fett, they were supposed to be these super stormtroopers. But yeah, like the whole chest piece matches. I mean, pretty much it's, besides the helmet part, like the black part, they're pretty spot on. And then the other cool thing is I was never a fan of those, what are they, the Praetorian Guards?
Praetorian Guards, yeah.
I was never a fan of them at Last Jedi.
From The Last Jedi?
Yeah, I was like, that's lame. But these three were badass.
They were badass, dude.
The helmet changed everything. The fact that they're kind of like Mandalorian looking.
Yeah. 1,000.
Because it's longer, right? It's almost more like an Imperial Guard. And it gives the Imperial Guards like almost like more like, oh shit. Like if something would have gone down like with the Emperor and the guards were in there, they would have like kicked some ass.
Yeah, I think that's who they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be like Emperor Palpatine's like former guards, and then they just had to change out like uniforms and governments. Yeah,
that was badass. And then I love the IG-11. That's the IG-12. I mean, they had to do something, but it's really cool. That little Babu Frick dude, I love that.
It's like,
speaking of, maybe I should show this now, Gabe.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Babu,
so a while back, Gabe picked up one of those animatronic Babu Fricks for me from the Disney parks, and there's a guy, that one exactly. So there's a company called Caliber Craft Replicas, and he makes a little torch for that Babu Frick. So this is all metal. It's all metal, and it's got a braided cord with a magnetic connector on it.
Badass.
And then the flame is made out of a glow in the dark material, but it also lights up.
Dude, that's
Dude,
sick.
that looks legit like it's lit.
Right?
It is
like it's actually lit.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy. It's really, really, really well done.
Hey, Sean,
board and everything.
Do you mind? Can you put Sean on the big screen and let him hit that? That's the first time I saw it was last night, and I remember.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet? That's like my favorite character from Rise of Skywalker.
Watch.
Hold on. The zoom thing. Hold on.
Oh,
that's better, right?
Yeah.
Pretty dope though. It's only like $60.
Yeah.
Did you do anything to it? Did you weather it a little bit more? Or no,
no, dude.
No.
Your camera looks fantastic.
I want to weather like this piece.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weathered, but I think it could do a little more.
Or even
But
his
yeah,
little lens.
it's pretty nice for what it is.
And then it lights up.
Little character, dude. I love that dude.
Yeah. And then
Joel
Sean, the lens lights up right when you bring it down on the face.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, if you bring the lens down, it lights up.
Dude, that's tight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, there was somebody, I can't remember, Gabe. There was somebody on the Collection Wars Facebook group that weathered theirs.
Oh, interesting. I want to see that.
And they put I think it was Diane. Is it Diane Ardana?
It was either Diane or Juan. Yeah,
or maybe it was Juan. Anyway, they put the freckles on the face and everything. So and they put in the description, I screen captured everything, like what paints they used and how they did it. Oh no.
Yeah, cool. I was just telling.
Well, yeah, that's Joel. He can do that.
Yeah, I was just telling Sean last night. I bet if Joel got a hold of one of these, he could make it really. It's pretty badass, especially like you just said for the money. Golly.
Yeah.
You don't have one?
I don't have one, but I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow, Michael. So if you want one, let me know and I'll pick one up for you.
Thank you for that, dude.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so Joel made me one. It's badass,
Cool.
But
that's right. He made
the animatronics thing is really, really cool.
Yeah. That's anyway. But the other thing I was going to say about Mandalorian, you notice Moff Gideon. You noticed his helmet.
Yeah,
he's got the same horns on his helmet that the armorer has. Look, if the armorer turns out not to be a spy, I'm going to be shocked, right? With every hint that they're throwing at you.
True. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him. I think that like it's definitely like Death Watch style, like from like the Darth Maul days. So yeah, I definitely think that it seems like she's a spy for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought it was one of the best episodes. One of the best episodes this season.
Hey,
especially after that Jack Black Lizzo episode.
Crazy that that's back to back, right?
Yeah, but it was almost like wow, this came out of nowhere. It's like an episode from a different season. Like, what were they doing all this time? Why didn't
Yeah. So I made this funny video because again, look. So I'm on TikTok and stuff, and a lot of my videos on TikTok are goofy, and I'm just like playing around and all that. And when we were watching the show, we were watching the episode. I like start, when Bo-Katan's talking to the Mandalorian, she's like, "Oh, like who's going to volunteer?" And this and that. In the background, they're cooking, something, right? They're going to have this big.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Are those the baby dragons?"
Is that what
I was telling my wife,
that's so sad.
Yeah, I was like, I think those are the baby dragons because they seem the right size, and I was like, there's two of them there. Maybe they're saving one to like ride into battle, but there seem to be two. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna make this video because everyone's crying about Paz dying. I'm gonna be like, what's the most tragic scene? The baby dragons. Anyways, so I did this goofy video and I posted it on TikTok. And of course on TikTok, it does very well. It's like almost at 100,000 views and people are like commenting and whatever. It's all fun. But I forget that people like on Instagram and on YouTube don't know my content like that. Right? They don't know that I'm like, I make goofy videos. So I posted it on Instagram And I was so surprised. People were like so upset. They were getting triggered. They were getting so mad at that video because they're like, "You idiot! It's not the baby dragon. It's the other lizard. It's the other fucking dragons from episode 2 and this and that." And I was like, "Oh my God, here we go." And then it just kept on going. And then I started getting all these like the people that thought I was being serious, like, "Oh my God, they're and I'll show you guys," because I was like jokingly overly dramatic, but people thought I was like a vegetarian or something, and that I was speaking against like eating meat. So then people started like talking crap about that, like it's just meat. Like, yo, he's saying that while he's like probably ate some eggs this morning, and I'm like, holy crap! I cannot believe it triggered so many people. But here, I'm gonna. Because you guys know me, and you guys know kind of that
I didn't think it
not
was,
like,
they would do that though.
Hey,
Yeah, that's pretty shocking.
Don't forget they barbecued porgs
Yeah, I was
in
about to
front
say
of the
that.
other porgs.
Yeah.
right? All right. So hold on.
Is nobody gonna talk?
Hold on. I got it. Because like I said, I did go a little ham on it, but hold on. I again, and then I was like, I was showing my wife. I was like, look at these people are really getting upset about this. All right, you guys see it?
About the most tragic scene in the latest Mandalorian episode? Not the one that you're thinking. This one.
I need volunteers.
Is no one going to talk about the fact that they are eating the baby dragons from this episode?
I don't think they are.
I mean, are we not going to talk about this?
We're gonna have to find out the Lucas.
Yeah.
Is nobody going to talk about?
So no, and I don't think that, honestly, I now after all those fucking expert like dragon Star Wars experts started pointing out like the differences, I was like, oh, I guess I'm wrong. Like, I guess you're right. I think it's the other weird dragon things. But I'm like, but then even then I was just like, well, maybe, I don't know. Like, I still played stupid. But yeah, people were so upset about like, and they're like, stop making up lies. That hasn't been confirmed. Those are the other dragons. I'm just like, whoa, all right.
That
So
would
I
be
even had
pretty
to, like,
shocking though if they did eat them, because it was like, damn, we got these foundlings, and then like, all right, let's eat them.
Right?
They're like Spartans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It has
It's exciting though. It's exciting. I have to always talk to Sean or Joseph or somebody, about what's going, because I don't know all the backstories like Death Watch. I didn't know it all that.
Oh, wait. I gotta show you guys something else.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. Hold on. You know who was one of the haters that commented? Hold on. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Oh my God. Hold on. You guys got to see this. Let me pull up the comments real quick. Let me find it. Oh my God, you guys are gonna flip out right now when I show you guys.
Who's that? You gotta enlarge the screen there.
Oh, is that Jordu?
Jordu, yeah. There are women out there, Star Wars guys, and I'm like, as long as they're not Yoda fans.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He's over there trolling my freaking post. Oh my God.
That's funny.
But yeah, man.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm looking for. This is the first time now I'm really looking forward to the next episode of this series.
Yeah.
So, it's really
Season finale, right?
Yeah, the next one will be the season finale, and I know most of you guys are probably not watching Picard, the Picard series, but Gabe's like, what's that?
Who's Picard?
Who's Picard?
Joseph, that word is not politically correct anymore.
Oh my God.
Very true.
You can't call people Picards.
Hey, but listen, real quick, while we're on, because I'm going to shock everybody. Well, not big deal, but So Joseph, in Mandalorian, who's your favorite character?
Oh, I mean, I like Mando.
All right.
I mean, he's to me, he's the, I mean, he's the epicenter of the show, even though he's kind of taken a back seat to the other broader Mandalorian culture in the show.
Yep. What about you, Shane?
But oh
No.
Yeah, Grogu is pretty tied up there with Mando for me. But yeah, about the same.
yeah.
Yeah. You?
Gabe?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd probably say Mando. I mean, that's probably
You guys are gonna freak if I tell y'all who I'm thinking.
You like that droid lady?
Huh?
You like that droid lady?
Oh,
with the missing tooth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Like-
How did you know? No. So I know I'm not.
You
just
like
saying-
Bo-Katan, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like her character, and I know.
You know
yeah.
what'll make you love her even more, Michael?
Hmm.
If you meet Katie Sackhoff in person.
Oh, really?
She is awesome. Yeah.
But I mean, like the way the lighting was hitting on her outfit, dude. Like in the last episode, it was kind of dark with like a blue moon like on it. It was. I liked that planet. It was really really cool. And
guys are
holy
gonna
shit! Hey, the ships, dude. We didn't even mention those fucking.
Oh, yeah.
fighters. When they were hanging in there, the interceptor and stuff. I was like,
Yep.
holy shit! You know.
Yeah.
You guys
yeah.
think that they're trying to set them up like romantically?
I thought that up until
It seems that way.
Yeah. Because they make them out to be like the mother and father to Grogu.
So
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
kind of
When
bicker
when
and
they're
go back and
boning,
forth a
when
little
they're
bit.
boning, does he have to leave his helmet on, or
No, because actually in this season they specify that if you're married to somebody,
Mhm.
then you can have your helmet off with them,
I gotcha.
like when you're both in private. So yeah.
Not that I ever think about that kind of stuff.
No, Michael, not at all. Not at all.
Right. Oh man.
Joel, you think Mando's gonna die?
Well, he better
I
not.
mean, I don't know. I mean,
I
is
honestly,
there gonna be a season 4?
well, here's
Yeah,
the
I think
thing.
so. Yeah.
I honestly thought where this was headed when I saw him, when he was going to bathe in the waters and he saw the mythosaur on his way down, or Bo-Katan saw the mythosaur.
Mhm.
I honestly figured by the end of the season, he was going to have the darksaber and he was going to be riding the mythosaur and he was going to become the leader of Mandalorian. He's going to become the leader of the Mandalorians because, it would be basically the opportunity taken that they did not take in Game of Thrones. Right.
True. Yeah.
So
true.
if somebody else comes out of nowhere and becomes, I mean, I know Bo-Katan has the history from the other shows, right? From the extended or expanded universe. But still, it's like you would think that this is the story of him, like going from, that his character arc going from nothing or just being a bounty hunter to being someone who's going to represent his whole, culture.
I just want to know why Bo-Katan didn't stay in her little palace off the ocean, dude. That was a fucking badass pad, dude. Why would you want to go out and live with all these other people? And man, she had
was
Oh, it got bombed. Her palace got bombed.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, it did.
Yeah.
And she was alone.
I forgot. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a cool little place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
way
so-
that they're going though is they're still gonna play off the mythosaur in this next episode, but it'll be with Bo.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She'll end up, because now she'll have the darksaber. She'll be riding the mythosaur, and yeah.
Yeah.
I thought for sure we were going to see Boba Fett in this one.
I mean, you have to. They're bringing all the Mandalorian together. Like,
Yeah,
he has to be
Yeah,
in
but
it.
he's
Like,
not. But he's not a Mandalorian.
I mean,
He
but
just wears the armor.
he's the original Boba. He's the.
I know, but remember, it's just I don't think he considers himself
He can-
Mandalorian.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, technically, I mean, I'm sure Django was right. I think wasn't Django a foundling, right?
I think
I
so.
don't know
Yeah.
the backstory about
Yeah, I
Django.
think so. But it also gets skewed because of the legend stuff. But I think he originally was a Mando. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Boba Fett could show up on one of those bright cherry red motorcycles or something. You know?
Vespa?
No, I mean, imagine that with the Slave One coming in
Oh, that's badass.
I mean,
That'd
that'd
You
be
want him
sick,
to
yeah.
redeem himself? You
be-
want him to
yeah,
redeem
oh
himself?
man, no kidding, Joseph.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it wouldn't make sense to just, I don't know, just leave it at that. Like, and then just, yeah, I get it. They split it off, and now, they did the Boba Fett show. But
Yeah.
I mean, it just wouldn't make sense to not bring them in. But
I agree.
Well,
with
so
you.
there's only one more episode?
Yeah, and that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. The
Do you think they're going to
to?
show that Grand Thrawn or whatever? Think he'll be in here?
I don't think they will. Not until
I think-
Ahsoka.
I think they might. I think they might for
think
like
so?
yeah, it'll probably be like a split second, like at the very end, like because
an
they
after
kind of
credits.
queued it up in that circle like round table thing.
Right.
They're like Thrawn's not here, so it'll probably be like showing him like coming back, and then Ahsoka will follow that up with okay, now he's back.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was talking to George, and he was telling me that like in that round table, the guy who they refer to as Hux
Mhm.
Oh, it's
is
his dad,
actually-
right?
is the father of General Hux from the sequel trilogy.
Oh, that
And
makes
yeah,
sense.
if you read the
and it's
books,
being
he's like an
played by
abusive
the
father.
actor's it's being played by the actor's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
well, yeah, and I
Yeah.
guess the other guy with the mustache, like the other guy,
Peloton. Peloton?
yeah, right. That's Thrawn's like right hand man, right? Like
yeah,
that's
his right hand
name.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Armando. God
Yeah.
damn it.
So, I just
So-
like the.
Well,
Hey, I love the intro. It was so Blade Runner.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
very
the
true.
cityscape.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
you know what?
exactly what I thought when I saw it. I was like,
No, you know what? There was a TV show. Let me see if I could find it. Now, this is a deep cut. So George Lucas, did you guys know this? George Lucas
Yeah.
was working on a TV series. Hold on, let me see.
Right now he is?
No. It was
Oh.
before he sold it to Disney. He was gonna do like a whole like Mando kind of show, not with like the Mando, but it was like the underbelly of like Coruscant, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. Let's see.
Very cool.
Yeah, but they didn't end up doing anything with it.
Left
Yeah.
Coast is
Let's see if I
1313
can
was
find
the show.
What it was called.
There was a
Star
game
Wars
I think,
Underworld,
called
is that what it-
1313. That was kind of like around that.
All right.
But they did
I'm gonna-
they did have like a reel, right? That they released.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's how it starts. So it's called Star Wars Underworld.
Armando, that was funny. Wayne Newton.
Yeah, so it's totally an homage to that because that's how it actually starts. So let me
Yeah.
see if I can find it. Here we go. Hold on. I think this is it.
Wow.
It's everything you
Sorry, there's
for. Your site
commercial.
traffic is skyrocketing until
All right, hold on. Okay, so check this out. This is actually shot by George Lucas, and it was like a little what is it called? A sizzler or
Sizzle reel.
right? Is it
Sizzle
a
reel.
Yeah.
Sizzle reel. Yeah. So check this out, guys, and tell me this is not the exact opening scene for this. Check this out. Look at this opening scene.
oh my god. Well, that's exactly the same like cityscape.
Like even those cars. Remember
Yeah.
we saw those cars. Remember?
So he just gave up on this or what?
Yeah, it was like an idea. I think that got
Yeah.
scrapped or put on hold.
Yeah. But I mean, tell me that's not literally the exact like beginning shot, right? It's like
You two move along. This area is threat level orange. Move along.
Hello. I was sent from Alistair. Thank you. Thank you.
can you guys hear it?
That's without
Yes. Yes.
Make the
Huh.
But anyway, so like, you guys can go watch it because it's like 10 minutes long. But that intro shot, like just this part right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how it opens, right?
Yeah, I love that little cruiser thing. It's tight.
Yeah, it's badass looking.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a spinner from Blade Runner.
Now,
Yeah, I agree.
Right? And now I'm actually curious if this neon sign is the one that we see. I wonder if I could show. I don't think it'll let me, but I could pull up the beginning. Thanks.
Did you give it another watch, Sean? I was going to watch it again last night, but then I fell asleep.
Nah, I was dealing with this stupid pinball thing.
Yeah, that ain't stupid. That's badass. Joseph,
that is awesome.
Did you see it?
I saw a picture of it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Send me a picture.
All right, I'll send you some pictures right now. Hold on.
Text it. So
yeah, it's got a 1992 Star Wars pinball machine, right? 92?
Yeah, 92. Yeah. So a year before I was born.
Oh,
we need some updates, Sean, on your acquisitions.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really have that much. I just 3 things, I think. Let me see. Hold on. I'm sure you've already seen a bunch of them. Let's see. All right, I just texted it to you, Gabe.
Okay.
I wonder.
Did you guys see the what happened?
No, I was just going to say, to these pinball machines, you think that they're more reliable than a regular a Galaga or a Pac-Man on a pinball machine?
No. Galaga is gonna last you way longer.
Okay.
You talking about for the restaurant?
Yep.
Nah, dude, I would not do a pinball machine.
Okay.
It's like buying a money pit.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. And you just got one. That's good to know.
But no, I was talking to the guy because I had a mechanic here for it, or whatever you call them, pinball people or whatever. But yeah, no, it's the people who repair them, they're a dying breed because they're all dying, or they're not really coming into the field, you know. And then I guess apparently with this 1992 one, they made around 5,000 of them, but he said half of them are probably in landfills. Because I guess arcades, when they were done with them, they would just chuck them in the trash. So they're more rare now. So then parts are almost impossible to get. So yeah, but if you did go with one, I would go with a brand new one because parts are readily available. But yeah, no, they suck as far as repairing and all that stuff.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play that scene really quick because I pulled it. I was able to pull it up. Let me know if you could see it. Can you see that or not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh. Look at that sign right there. That's what I'm talking about. See that pink sign? I wonder if they use that same.
I think someone did translate all of this already.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right? But
yeah, that's so cool.
I definitely think it's definitely an homage to it, right? A little tribute.
Especially that scene right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then the probe droid, right? So instead of the little ball, it was one of the probe droids.
That was pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
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 That was
really all right. Let me pull.
Yeah, and I didn't even get to see it till last night. I was telling Sean, "Hey, did you see Mando? Was it good?" And he's like, "You haven't seen it?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "It's the best one."
Michael. You've been don't lie to everyone. You've been busy catching up on Star Trek Picard.
Yes. Yeah, you've been binging it.
Michael's got a secret flute stash.
Hey, did you see, by the way, Picard playing the flute, that TikTok that came out about it?
No,
dude, those aren't his hands.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that.
Okay.
Playing,
right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He just had some other person?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, well, haven't you ever wondered, like, whenever you see some actor or actress in a movie and they're playing the piano, it's usually like somebody else's hands from underneath.
Oh, that's funny, man.
That's awesome.
Isn't that badass, Joseph?
It's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, Sean sent me the picture. I was like, oh, this is, yeah, that's got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting a pinball for a while now, but just kind of like haven't really, but got one yet. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Actually, the guy up here in Portland who owns the Star Wars store, that's his other business is pinball machines. I guess he's got like a warehouse with hundreds of them.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So this is made by a company called Data East. I think before Data East, the name was Stern. Then they changed to Data East. Then they changed to like Sega something. And then they changed back into Stern. And then now Stern Pinball is like what this company turned into. But the pinballs that they make now are like really, really cool.
Yeah, they've gotten really complex. And now there's a lot of electronics. In fact, I think it was, I can't remember if it was Modern Marvels or how things are made or how it's made. Yeah. on the Science Channel, they did a segment on pinball machines and like all the technology that goes into them now. I think it was a Modern Marvels episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I remember. I was telling Sean last night. Sorry, Gabe.
Oh no, you're good.
I was telling Sean when I was working for Landmark Entertainment Group, that model shop in Hollywood, California, every day at lunch. It was right across from the Chinese theater. I would leave there and I would go in this little pizza place, get a slice of pizza, and I would play pinball. And it was just, I did it every day. I loved it. I just absolutely loved it. I wish I could remember what the pinball game was. I'd try to find it and buy it.
That'd be tight.
Yeah.
I mean, the pinballs are cool. I still want one of the original, the Death Star ones, like the.
Oh yeah, the trench battle.
Because they have the little ones, right? Like the 1-up versions that are a couple $100, and I think they're cool, but I want like a vintage one, a big, kind of maybe restore it a little bit.
You remember, Gabe, that guy that built my table? He's part of the R2 Builders Club. He did those little mini video games. You remember that? They're like little. I mean, they're like little miniature, life size, and they like little quarters and everything. Yeah. You remember that
guy who did the? It's like 1/6 size, right? Or
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are badass.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the games? Have you seen the Star Wars like arcade game that Bandai made? It came out like, I don't know, about 7-8 years ago. It's like a pod that you sit in and you're completely enclosed and the screen surrounds you and it's like you're flying inside of an X-Wing or a TIE fighter and the chair moves, the screen moves. It feels like you're in one of those rides in Disney. It's crazy.
They call those like battle pods or something, right?
Battle pod, yeah.
Yeah, they're nice, man.
It's insane. Yeah.
I wanted to buy one, but I think they're like $15,000 or something.
I can imagine. Yeah.
This. See, hold on. They look like this.
What's up, Matt? See, buddy.
Yeah.
Gabe, could you put them?
Yeah, let me.
See how much that cost? $16,000.
Yeah, that's what they look like. It's amazing. I've sat in one and it was insane.
Yeah, they're dope.
Yeah.
You need like a whole room just for that.
Yeah. So, Playboy pinball machine. That's funny.
Well, and Sean, you've been on a Batman kick recently, right? Like you've just been
man.
Like. Let's see. Let me pull.
Sean and I are gonna get matching Batman costumes.
Yeah. Let me show.
Okay, you want to text it to me? Text it to me so I can pull it.
Hey, awesome. Felipe, what's up?
Wait. Which one of these things is not like the other?
So you can't see it, but in
Where did
that
Jawa come from?
where that Hot Toys like Batmobile is, there's like a tumbler in back of it. So yeah. So, but yeah, there's that one, and then that one, and then the Joker is actually not Hot Toys. It's by Mars Toys.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice. And then the one on the right is the '89 Keaton, and then on the left is the Returns one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I actually just got the the Joker from 1966, the third party one.
Oh yeah. Is that from Mars Toys?
It's is it Mars Toys or Damn Toys? I can't remember. I have to go back.
It might be Mars because they just released one that came out like a week ago or something.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. It's more.
That one's nice.
Toys. Yeah, I just got it like yesterday.
Yeah.
So this is actually by I forget his name, Howard something. Michael would know. Michael?
Yeah, he's I don't know Howard's last name.
So I think it starts with an S though for sure.
Yeah,
but he makes this out of silicone and rubber. It's pretty tight.
That's amazing. Yeah. That looks incredible.
Yeah, he did my Michael J. Fox and my Teen Wolf.
Oh, that's him. Okay.
Yeah.
Howard.
Nice.
I mean, from Warren.
That's really. Oh, I'm waiting for mine, Sean. You like it?
I can't believe you haven't gotten it. Oh, I love it. It's like one of my favorite collectibles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I get it, we'll have to talk about how you did the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
It's a pain, dude. Like it was freaking me out, but yeah, I think it looks okay.
Oh, it looks amazing.
I told Joseph that could be us, dude.
Sean.
This could be us, but you playing.
I know you playing, bro.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
And then you need the 66 Batman.
Yeah, maybe Michael could be that one.
Michael
could be the forever one.
Somebody's got to be the one who's going to be the one with the nipples? Come on, guys. who's going to be the Val Kilmer nipple one?
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then outside of that, I got this one that Joseph got.
Oh yeah,
at the same time.
What do you think, John?
Oh, I love it, man. It's so nice. It just needs that stand.
Yep. Yeah, they need to do a stand.
It's so nice though, because like when you hold it, it feels like
it works.
Like it's legit, dude.
It's legit. Yeah.
And then
Sean,
I got what happened?
You see the comment? Armando wants to know if you got that.
No. That's still a wife issue, so we'll see. And then I got this. This is from NECA. It's pretty tight though. It's like pretty screen accurate for
yeah.
And it's pretty cheap, right? Isn't it like $60 or like it's pretty inexpensive?
Like 20.
Right?
Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah, right.
And then
it comes with a little stand.
It folds. Yeah.
And then it hangs on the belt like that, and then it like folds up.
Yeah.
And you ordered the belt, right?
No, not yet. No, I'm thinking about it.
No, you didn't?
Well, because it's plastic, so I just don't know what I would do with it, you know?
But all the little accessories are metal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not on the NECA one. They're all plastic.
On the belt.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I think I'm gonna order it, but I think I'm gonna probably repaint it so it doesn't look plastic, right? And then put it around my cowl, the cowl from Pure Arts is doing theirs. And Denuvo Novo is doing theirs, but I have the Hollywood Collectibles group cowl.
Yeah, which is like resin or fiberglass, right?
It's fiberglass. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost picked up the Forever one that they made like the other day.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some dude was selling it for like pretty cheap. Let me see. I think I have a photo.
Are you getting the Forever Batmobile from? Yeah.
I'm jazzing.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Did you end up getting the Batwing, Sean? Because I know he got a couple extras.
No.
It's really nice, Sean. It's really nice.
You haven't sent me pics of it.
We all just feel better by getting everybody else to buy it. That's fine.
Yeah. Trying to justify your purchase. Like,
no.
Right?
You do that to me all the time, Sean. Don't even.
I don't need to justify my purchase. I love it. You don't need to get one, but I'm just saying, if you want, if you love Batman, and you want to have, it's really something.
Joseph's like, yeah, I'm not telling you, but if you love Batman, if you're a real Batman fan,
if you're a real Batman fan,
I would definitely get one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then this is another one I picked up. This is metal. This is the one Joseph has actually. It's from I forget the
you got it
company.
from Australia, from Pop Culture.
Yeah. So it actually sold out like a couple years ago in the United States.
Right.
But if you go to Pop Culture in Australia, they still have a bunch of them. Like for
Is
like,
that
ready
the
to
one
ship.
that's there's 3 different ones?
They stack them,
And
yeah.
they
The
stack
way that
up?
they make it is like you can stack any one that you want. So if you want to buy a specific one, it'll stack next to the other one, like any one that you want. It's cool.
It's the stands interlock like the Legos, but they're all you can do whichever ones you want.
Like those Modu cases, like that kind of design.
Yeah.
That was Armando. Yeah, that was the one Adam Savage did. That's made by Paragon FX Group.
Yeah.
It is like Adam was not joking when he said it's one of the best prop replicas he's ever held in his hand. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, what she said a minute ago when we were talking about the games, arcades and stuff, she was mentioning them when they were in the mall. Man, that I remember the arcades in the mall when I was younger.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Gabe?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. That was like my favorite thing. I mean, even they were still around even when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And we would go like after school and go. There was this like pool hall, and they had a bunch of arcades.
Yep. I remember pizza in the mall. I'd go get a slice of pizza, and the arcade was right across the way, and go get me an action figure, and I'd go watch a movie. Yeah.
See, for me,
Sparrows.
the height of video games for me, like, you know, in my age group, was like when Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition came out, and like everyone would just put up their quarters, and it's like, all right, I got next, and the Championship Edition was like,
was that your favorite game?
The game.
Armando,
I mean, that was just the one that like everybody was just all into, because, you know, it was like the first like besides Mortal Kombat, right? Like, it was like that and Mortal Kombat. But that one was the kind of the first, you know, arcade fighting game that was like pretty legit. So
did you ever get into Mortal Kombat?
What?
Did you guys ever get into Mortal Kombat?
So you remember around that time, so after the regular Nintendos kind of started phasing out, Nintendo came out with Super Nintendo, and then Genesis came out, and it split all the kids, right? It was like either you're a Genesis kid or you're a Super Nintendo kid. Super Nintendo couldn't show blood, so everyone would go with the Genesis for Mortal Kombat because you could see blood, right? Like blood splatter. So I was a Genesis kid. I ended up getting Genesis, and so I was all into like Sonic and Ultra Beast and, you know, freaking Mortal Kombat.
That brings back some memories.
Yeah, when I was like
the console wars.
Yeah. When I was like 4 or 5, I remember owning like the Sega Game Gear. Dude, that thing was so legit at the time, you know. Now it looks whack, but at the time I was like, damn, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, Brian, how you doing? Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
So
yeah.
Well, speaking of, so you're getting the Forever Batmobile from Jazz Inc. Right?
Yeah.
So I want an opinion from you guys, because you know, I have the what is that? Oh,
remember Joust?
Joust.
That was a great game. Yeah.
So I'm getting the 1/6 scale Snowspeeder from Jazz Inc. And I don't know if you guys have been seeing the updates and stuff that he's been putting out, but I had ordered the Luke version. But man, I'm still really torn. That one with the, you know, the orange stripes is looking really good.
Yeah.
So I'm still torn. I'm thinking about reaching out to him and changing to the you know, the orange version.
Were they the same price?
Yeah, they're exactly the same. You just get to choose. The reason I went with the Luke is because my plan was to put the Hot Toys Luke, you know, in his pilot outfit in there, right?
Yeah.
The other one is a Wedge, the orange one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a Wedge figure.
I don't think it matters.
Do they even make a Wedge figure?
No, I'd have to get one for Joel or something.
Yeah, Joel made one for me. It's badass.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm really.
I got the orange one coming.
You have the orange one coming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know the Snowspeeder on order.
Yeah, I went ahead and bought one. So, but I love my Luke version.
I might be too late though. I may not be able to change it, but I'm sure if I talked to Yost, he would do it because they still haven't painted them yet. So
when are
and
they
I think
supposed
you're
to ship, dude? It's been a long time.
Huh?
When are they supposed to ship?
Well, he's just been posting videos like finalizing. They're doing. I don't know when they're going to ship, but you know, he just posted a video a couple of days ago of showing his repaint of the orange striped version, just kind of making it a little more subtle and yeah.
Hey, Joseph, I don't know if I told you about this, but I don't know if you were on the show when we had Philip Gomez on here, when we had Izzy and stuff.
Yeah, I saw part of it. I couldn't watch it that night, but yeah.
Anyways, I talked to him about doing the Dagobah 6 scale. Did I tell you about it? So he said he's going to send me pictures. He's already.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's already started.
That's really cool.
Can you imagine? It's gonna be badass, dude.
That is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So
the one you have now, what scale is that?
That would be a little smaller than 1/24 scale.
Oh, it's way bigger than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, yeah, it'll be way bigger. Yeah. So the one, because like I have that 1/24 studio scale X-wing in this. This is my favorite thing. That diorama Denise and I built. I love that thing. It's my favorite. Yeah, but man, that 6 scale, man, it's the attention to detail building. Because even though I have the sideshow hut, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Yeah. You know what? I didn't know if I should maybe build around it where it still has that interior. I don't know. But I want it to be really cool.
Oh, you know what else? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The hut that they made is actually smaller than it's supposed to be, though, right? It's like
I think so.
Something, right? Because they like barely fit in there.
Yeah, it barely fits. Mm-hmm. Man, I was out shredding on the tractor today and no problems at all. Yeah. And now my eyes, they're like,
oh man,
allergies.
Yeah, and I don't really have allergies, but it's
crazy. Me and Joseph we were talking about Comic-Con coming up, right? And to tell you a little backstory, so we went to WonderCon, a couple weeks ago, and took my daughters dressed up. One of my daughter, the youngest one, the littlest one, just went like as Wednesday Addams, because she's just like obsessed with Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And my 8-year-old she didn't really have a costume because we really haven't done a costume for her in a few years. But she actually wanted to. So she went as like, with her Harry Potter robe. And I felt really bad because my 8-year-old's usually the one that would get off. She was the Chewbacca. She was the one that was baby Greedo. She's the one who throughout all the convention would get all the attention. And this time around, people were stopping my littlest one to take pictures with her. And they would ignore my 8-year-old. So I felt so bad because she was getting so sad about it. And I was like, okay, don't worry. Next time, like for Comic-Con, we're going to go all out on your costume. Like we're going to make it like the coolest one. So I started diving in, and me and my wife are going to go like super hardcore. We're going to make her into the Rosario Dawson Ahsoka, right? But like full on. Like I'm talking about like, she's gonna have like all the armor parts, everything's gonna be exact, and then
headdress.
Yeah, the headdress. I mean, we're just gonna make her like all out, right? And then my 5-year-old wants to dress up as Darth Maul. So weird, right? She loves Darth Maul, and we're like, all right. So we ended up spending almost like $300 at Disney for like a legit little Darth Maul costume, like with
that's
the
so cool, though.
So they're gonna, one of them's gonna be Darth Maul, one of them's gonna be Ahsoka. But so then we started, like, I was like, well, you need some lightsabers, like you need a really cool lightsaber. So we found these little kid ones that it was like $70, and they're the Ahsoka ones from the Rosario Dawson.
You don't have one that you can let her use?
Well, so check this out. So then literally like that same week, because I get contacted by these lightsaber companies all the time, right? Because they see my accounts and they're like, hey, we would love to send you some free lightsaber, like those NeoPixel ones, everyone has. And I reject all of them. Yeah, and I'm like, no. Like, I'm not gonna get into those. Not only that, but they're not licensed. Like, I just don't want to. I don't want to have that issue. But then literally that week, this company called Art Sabers hits me up and they're like, "Hey, you could pick any lightsaber," and I was like, "Huh." I was like, "Wait a second, my daughter needs some legit lightsaber." So then I was like, "Okay." I went on their website. I picked the $1,000 set, and they're like, "Sure." And they sent it to me for free.
Wow.
So my daughter's gonna be rocking $1,000 pair of Ahsoka sabers. I'm gonna pull it out really quick so you can see
That's
it.
crazy.
But it was my first like kind of NeoPixel type of lightsaber that I've ever held. These things are freaking cool. I did not expect it to be that cool. So, I mean, I owe him a video, so I'm gonna have to do, something, like a little
That might be a
YouTube
good
video.
thing too. That might get attention too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of this is for your kids' game?
I know. Let's be real.
Right?
Come on.
Right?
So
let me bring that up because it's actually really cool. But yeah.
Okay. But I was gonna tell you just before I came down, FF wanted me to tell you she's on board for Celebration Japan.
What?
She's actually super excited. She goes, I'm already planning like what we're gonna do there and stuff. So that's it.
So
we're
is
going.
my wife. So is my wife. I did not expect that. And my wife.
I didn't either. I should have FF talk to Andy and they can plan whatever they want to play.
No, my wife's all about it. She's like, absolutely.
What about you?
Let's go.
Are you wanting to go?
Not to Japan. No, I'm chilling on
Oh my god, Japan is so much. It's so nice. Well, I've been there twice. I can't wait.
No, I would be down to go to Japan, but probably like in a separate trip than like Celebration. Because like one gives me anxiety, and then like pairing with like a new country, you know what I'm saying? Sounds like an anxiety fest.
Exactly.
Well, for us, it's like we've never been to Japan, so like that's number one. That's a cool trip. And I'm actually part Japanese. I don't know if you guys knew that, but like my great grandpa is from Japan, and he migrated to Mexico actually. And so I'm I guess an 8 Japanese. My mom's a quarter. So, anyways, love to go to Japan. Love to go to Tokyo Disney, right? Obviously, like we got to go to Tokyo Disney.
Yeah.
Star Wars Celebration. Plus, when we told my littlest one that there's a Hello Kitty land, forget it. It was done. So I'm probably gonna have to make. And again, we'll chat about that.
Talk.
We're probably gonna have to make it a good life.
That's one place where I could lose some weight if I went over there. I wouldn't. I'd be like, y'all haven't
eat anything. Michael won't be able to eat anything.
No.
Right? Exactly.
Actually, Michael, their steaks are some of the best in the world. Kobe beef. I mean,
true.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, is it from a cow, dude, or is it from a
Michael? They have some of their meat comes from cattle that they never let.
Cat.
No. Oh Jesus.
That's what you were saying.
No, Michael. They have. Oh, cool. They have beef that comes from cattle that they never let touch the ground. They suspend them so they never put weight on their limbs, so their meat is like extremely tender and fatty.
Wow.
And marbled, and then they feed them beer,
also very
like for their calories.
That's crazy.
And although the
inhumane,
although the people thought that I was being serious on that video, that seems kind of cruel. I don't know.
Obviously it's
let's spend them.
Let's check these out.
Here,
You should put yourself on the big screen so we can see those.
I'm just gonna take one out.
Damn, Tokyo Disney is pretty. Yeah, that's very enticing. I don't know.
And Japan is it's an amazing. I mean, just all of the stuff that they have. First of all, it's a model builder's paradise. And then if you're into the like Gundam stuff at all, I mean, they actually have 1-to-1 scale Gundam statues in the city that are animatronic. They're like 4 stories tall. It's crazy.
That is.
Okay, let's see this game.
Okay. So I guess you could let me
Hey, turn off the light.
I could turn off a little bit, turn it down. So apparently there's so you push this little button right here and it changes like.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
And then it like turns on when you go like that. All right, let me see. Hold on.
Never lose your temper.
So it has a bunch of different sounds. and every single sound has like a different like something that it's gonna do, right?
Mhm.
So there's that. The only weird thing about it is that it doesn't have the Ahsoka sound. Here, let me find a good one here. Can you guys hear that?
You seem a little unhinged.
I don't know what that one is.
That thing's a grand.
The what?
That thing's a grand.
Because it comes
Yeah,
with
Well, it's a pair. There are two of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta charge it though because I have
That's awesome.
me and my kid were playing with it. But I like the fact that it just has all these like different like.
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, there's Luke's. That's pretty cool. Like it just
Yeah.
smooths too. Like
Has
wow.
a smooth.
It's
Is it
running out
smooth
of battery.
swing? I think is what it's called. The technology. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I really thought it was, and then it has like, it's running out of batteries because we were like playing with it so much. But, anyways, yeah, it's $1,000. My daughter is gonna have the coolest lightsabers for her costumes.
That's tight, man.
Yeah, far from. Do you see what he says, Gabe? Joseph and Gabe can really relate to it. All three of y'all can. Y'all were there when I was throwing the tantrum.
Oh, looking for Barbie. I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is bullshit, man.
Steakhouse. Yeah.
We actually were at Disney a couple of days ago, and me and Bianca were walking past there, and I was like, "You see that? That's where Michael threw his tantrum."
Yeah, that's funny.
That's where Michael almost knocked me out.
No,
Oh my God.
no, that's where I was wondering why I couldn't get a helicopter to land in that area. I've never. That's when I realized that taxis are obsolete. They don't even have taxis.
Oh,
anymore.
for sure. Yeah.
And Michael's like,
Right.
"What? What's an Uber?"
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's like, "Come on, Michael, I'll take
Oh,
you."
she was the best.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I wanted to.
But
Cry.
like a couple weeks ago, we were talking about that, and my wife was sitting next to me, and Michael's like, "Yeah." Oh no, actually, it was when we had all the wives on here, like for a little while. Remember that? And Michael's like, "Yeah, and Andy, you're so great and so nice." She's like, "I don't even remember that. Like, are you sure?"
That's crazy because it was like, help me. Like,
Oh, I remember that.
like I was like alone. It's like I felt so alone, and she was like, it's like, I got you, and it just like it was like comforting, like a mom. She took me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, so Gabe, I sent you those pictures earlier. I've been working on a project now for some time with John Evelyn.
Yeah.
And I know this is unrelated. It's not Star Wars, it's Star Trek. So we might lose, half the audience. But anyway, so John and I, one of the ships from Star Trek is from a series called Voyager. And I love the design of the ship. I always loved the series. So this is the ship.
Yeah.
And I think I sent you a few more pictures of it. And one of the things that I don't know how many of you remember John Eblin. He's a former ILM model maker, and he was on the show. But one of the first things that he ever built and ended up publishing was a build of the Voyager model that was made by Revell Monogram. And he built it, and it ended up in Fine Scale Modeler magazine. So after doing, projects for over a decade, I told him, I said, well, look, I want to do a Voyager, and I want to make it in scale, right? 1/350 scale. So when we decided to do it, 1/350 scale is almost 4 feet long.
Jeez.
And so we've been working on this, and he just sent me this picture yesterday. He's like, we're getting there. I mean, it's not close to being done, but I mean, this is all scratch built, 3D design, printed. And it's
Joseph, he's like, man, this is bullshit. I'm tired of all this.
I know, what the hell. Yeah, and Ben, I saw that comment from Ben, discount Star Wars. Just so you know, Star Trek came out in 1966. So anyway, but that model is going to be, those are the parts as they are right now. And that's going to be that's going to be about 4 feet long when it's done, fully lit. beautifully, painted. So John is really happy too, because it's for him, he's come full circle, right? He went from building a model kit that ended up in Fine Scale Modeler magazine to doing this, right, from the ground up 3D design and scratch built. So
Wow.
so one of the cool things is that the person who designed this ship, his name is Rick Sternbach, and he did a lot of designs for that series. And I met him at Wonderfest last year, and I told him about this project, and we exchanged contact information, and I've been sending him updates. And when I first sent him the first few pictures, he was just like, well, if I can tell the size of that is based on the surrounding, objects in the picture, seems pretty ambitious. And then now I sent him this yesterday, and he was like, wow, that is looking incredible. So he's going to be at Wonderfest again this year. I'm going to take a plaque to have him sign and have John Evelyn sign as the creator and the builder of this. It's just, I'm super excited about it.
Dual plaque would be sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So
Hey,
so
I didn't tell you. I'm sorry to cut you off. I was going to tell you real fast that Mike reached out, and he has a friend that has.
I know I talked to him today.
Yeah, well, that'd be awesome if I get to see him.
Yeah, he said he's gonna try. He's coming to San Antonio, I guess.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, well, there's another part to this story. So Rick Sternbach, who designed this, also designed something else. He designed the tricorder for the Voyager series. He came up with a cool concept design for the series, but because of budgetary constraints, they couldn't implement it, right? So what they did is they just used the old tricorders from the other series, from Star Trek Next Generation. They just used those props instead. Well, I've been working with a guy in the UK over the last year and a half to create the concept tricorder that Rick originally designed, that there are only drawings of. But I just got it, and it's fantastic, and I'm planning to take it to Wonderfest and show it to Rick as a surprise, because nobody's ever made his original concept design before.
Oh, wait, so you're going to take what?
I'm going to take the tricorder.
Okay.
You don't know? Do you know what that is, Michael? You probably don't know what that is.
Are you being funny with me?
No, I don't know. Do you know what that is?
No,
I didn't know until you showed it to me. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what it is. It's the little Star Trek cell phone.
Yeah, it's like a 12-inch, a little miniature of it.
It's
The thing they make a
handheld
call
device
on?
that they used to scan everyone, right?
Mm.
So I want to show you this.
You have it?
Yeah.
You guys got to see it.
Okay, so you can put me on the big screen. So here's the tricorder.
That's the concept?
This is the concept piece. Okay. Now, wait, it gets better. Here, it's going to be hard to do this backwards, but I don't want the reflection to show.
Yeah, leave it right there. Right there.
Here, let me turn off my ring light here, and that might help. There we go. And then it has all the different scanning modes.
Is that real? Does it work? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You do something else, man. You are the gadget freak, man. That's cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Wait,
cool.
wait, it gets better. It gets better. Hey. Oh, there we go.
Ah, that's cool, man.
You like that?
Yeah.
And then let's see, we touch this, get back to it. And then the tricorders also have an emergency button. So like if you want to dump all the information to the main computer and call for help, let's see here.
Look what Far From says. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I can see when FF is asleep, you're like standing there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy, man. You are a gadget freak, man. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it turns off as soon as you close it. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's made to turn back on when you open it up.
Yeah, that's pretty neat, dude.
Now, do you charge it or is there batteries?
You charge it. There's a panel on the back that's magnetically attached. You just pop it off, and then you plug it in with a USB, and you can charge it. And then the other nice thing is the way let me turn this off, though. It's kind of, it's loud.
No, it's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you do is you pop off the back, and you charge it, but it also has a mode back there that you can switch the switch, and then you can have it on constant power and have it on display, and then you can also turn off the audio, so you can just have the screen and the lighting functions. So you can put it on a stand in a like a display cabinet, and then just have it turn on when you turn on power to it, right, through a smart switch. But yeah, this is really beautiful. I mean, it's just so well done.
He's all looking to the machine. Star Trek, is this?
Whatever, you guys can make.
No, dude, it's badass. I swear
yeah.
to you. Hey, I swear to God, it's badass. I love that thing. I'm not kidding.
So,
No,
but I'm
serious.
excited. I'm going to make a plaque for this one too, with Rick Sternbach's original drawings, and then have him sign it. So
that's which movie was he in the originals?
No. Rick did designs for Star Trek Voyager.
Okay.
Which was in the late 90s,
Very
early 2000s. Yeah.
Hey, is
I love
Picard?
the series. Huh?
Is Picard? Is it good? Is it pretty good?
So the first 2 seasons were garbage, but this 3rd season is blowing me away. It's blowing my mind. I mean, I watched the last episode, so there's only one more episode left. I watched episode number 9 2 nights ago, and I was in tears by the end of it.
Mm.
Is
it something that I could go watch season 3 and be?
Yeah,
fine?
you don't need to watch the first 2 seasons to know what's going on.
All
You
right.
only need to know one thing, and I can fill you in on the backstory, like, easily.
Do they ever show any Borgs anymore, or are those done?
No, they do. In fact, in season 2 was all about the Borg.
Mm.
So
That's cool.
yeah. But I really, I'm really enjoying this season. They had a new showrunner who took it over, and he's a huge Star Trek fan. And so he did. Okay, so you know what they did to Luke Skywalker in Last Jedi?
Yes.
Okay, they did the opposite in this show.
Oh,
Like they really
made him cooler.
They really gave them their due. They brought the entire original cast from Next Generation back, and they're all together. So you know that how we all hoped that we would see Luke, Leia, and Han all together again, and then they just pissed that away.
yeah, so easy to do.
Yeah. So in this series, they made a point to bring the entire original cast back and put them at their round table where they used to have their conferences in Next Gen.
Yeah.
And like you see them all together, and it brings tears to your eyes.
That girl on there, I used to think she was really something.
Who, Deanna Troy?
Yes.
Yeah, she's in there too.
Have you met her before?
Yeah, Marina Sirtis. She's awesome. They were all. The only one who was not nice to me was Brent Spiner, the guy who plays Data.
Oh, really?
Oh, I never told you guys the story.
Yeah, was he an asshole?
Oh, this will blow you away. It's the only celebrity I've ever met that I said to myself, I wish, you know how they say never meet your heroes?
Mm.
I wish I hadn't met him. Because
Is this the same guy that I sent you like a video of, and he was kind of like a dick to somebody too?
Yep.
Yeah, he seems like a dick.
So what happened is, So I went to the Star Trek Las Vegas convention in 2014, and that's when FF and I went. And we like dressed up, and we went. I think I showed you guys pictures from that. And after being there all day, FF got really tired, so she went up to the room upstairs to sleep, to take a nap, and I just stayed down and I walked around the convention hall, and I see Brent Spiner sitting at the table. Now he's the one who plays Data, and I see him sitting at the table, and nobody's there. Like there's no line to talk to him or to get an autograph or anything. So I was like, oh wow, I mean, he's alone. I'm just gonna go talk to him. So it's just him and then his like handler that's sitting next to him. And he's sitting there, he's got an iPad in his hands, and he's like reading something, like reading the news or something. So I go up to him and I say, Mr. Spiner, my name's Joseph and I'm a big fan. And, I go through, whatever the usual spiel that, but the whole time I'm talking to him, he doesn't look up at me. He's just reading his iPad, and he's just nodding his head, like really dismissive. Like he could care less that I'm standing there. And it's really, look, I don't know how many of you guys have had this experience, but when someone doesn't acknowledge your presence when you're talking to them and they're very dismissive, it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's super, like you're standing there and you just don't know how to react, right? Because anyway.
You should have said, so that's why there's nobody standing there.
Well, so this is what happened. So finally I said, I'm here and my wife is here, but she's not down here right now. But she would have loved to have met you. She's also a huge Star Trek fan. At which point, that's when he looks up at me. And then he looks me up and down. And then he looks back at his iPad. And then he goes, yep, I'm sure she exists.
No, what? Say that again? Say that again?
I told him, I said, my wife is here with me, and she's also a huge Star Trek fan. She would have loved to have met you. But
you should have jumped over that table and fucking started pounding on his face, dude. That's what I would have done.
He looked up at me, looked back down, and he said, yeah, I'm sure she exists.
So what'd you say?
You should have went
at that point.
Yeah.
I almost said, wow, now I know why nobody's here in line to talk to you.
Yeah.
But I just said, I was in shock. I was stunned, and I just said, okay.
I wish I could have been with you. I would have been like, man, this guy's a fucking dick. And we would have walked off. It would have been great.
I just said, okay. That's what I said, okay.
No wonder no one likes Star Trek. No wonder no one likes Star Trek now.
So him and Anthony Daniels ought to go camping.
Yeah. So the thing
is, even James Kirk is offended by this.
Oh my God. The crazy thing is, when they had the convention here in February.
Cool, James. Thanks for chiming in, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because when they had the con here a couple of months ago with the Back to the Future cast, he was here. He was there. Brent Spiner was there. And I almost wanted to go up to him in the line and meet him again and tell him that story. And just say, Data was my favorite character growing up, and you completely ruined it for me. Now I can't see him and not think of that experience.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Big time.
Yeah. But anyway, but he's the only one. He's the only one. Every other cast member from Star Trek I've ever met has been over the top nice.
Yeah, the story of like you even seen him again, Shatner. That's an incredible experience. Did you ever get to meet Spock?
No, I never met Leonard Nimoy before he passed away. No, I regret it, but yeah.
Did he hit the cons? Was he going to him?
He did not all the time, but yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But the problem is that I grew up here in Portland, and the cons we had were not big. And when they had celebrities, they weren't like the major celebrities that were coming here back then when I was growing up. I mean, the people that I met were Nichelle Nichols, Uhura. And then I met, this is growing up, and then I met Marina Sirtis, who's Deanna Troi from The Next Generation. And I met Terry Farrell, who was Dax from Deep Space Nine. Those were the celebrities that came here when I was a kid. it wasn't until recently now that the cons have become such a big thing that you have like William Shatner and George Takei and all of these people come.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's so sad. And you know what? Who knows? I probably just caught him on an off day or whatever because
No, you're too
Hey,
nice.
but when he said that, like, sure, I'm sure she exists. I couldn't even imagine, dude, the look on your face when he said that. I would have been like, hey, I'm gonna go get my. You should have had Afaf come down there and chew his ass out, dude. You know?
I know. I should have totally had her come back down, and I should have just walked up to him with her. You know, because she looked amazing. She looked amazing.
Hey, so
she was wearing the old like 1960s mini skirt.
Oh yeah, she looked great.
And I should have gone up to him and just been like, asshole.
Yeah, dude, that would have bugged me for like a year.
I know. Hey, so let me tell you guys. So when I went to this movie premiere thing that I got invited to, and I don't know if I ever told the story, but Steve, I wanted to, say hello to Steven Spielberg, and I'll never forget. And of course, it was a dinner, and there was people talking at the podium, and I was just trying to wait for the right time to go and say something. I wanted to give him this little article that was written. It said Hawes's films like Spielberg's, and I just wanted to give it to him and just say, I didn't want to ask for an autograph, nothing like that. I don't care about that shit. But so anyway, I go through the tables and I kind of like get real low, and I can't believe I'm already getting right to where Steven is. Tom Hanks and all of them were right there. Anyway, I kind of bend down and I say, excuse me, Mr. Spielberg, and he's sitting like I am, and he kind of like looks down at me because I'm kneel down, and he's like, not right now. And I said, I just want to. He goes, it's not a good time. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry, I bothered you. And I remember walking away and going back to the table and just thinking, man, of course it was maybe out of line to go up to the table, but I just thought, holy shit, this guy's fuck that guy, But anyway, I after the deal, I told this one a long time ago, but it was backstage, and the lady that invited me was working the show, and she's like, hey, you can't be back here. I said, hey, no problem. I goes, Mr. Spielberg still here? Because he did the last presentation and went out the back. I didn't want to not leave the way how it was. I needed to let him know that, I wasn't some crazy ass fan or anything. Right?
I mean, like when you went back to
Skywalker Ranch. Nothing
Skywalker Ranch.
No, nothing like that. So I'm backstage. And I said, so did
Carrie and Michael out.
He shows up at his house like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. Security.
I'm not crazy.
But I was thinking, I go, she goes, you can't be back here. I said, no problem. I go, did Mr. Spielberg already leave? She goes, yeah, he just left. I'm like, all right, no problem. And I turned around, and there was like a camera crew shooting this girl. And at the time, I didn't know who it was. It was Jennifer Aniston. This was in 2004. And anyway, I'm sitting there waiting because I couldn't get by. And they're talking, and when they broke the quick little interview, I went by, and out of this room comes this little guy in a wheelchair and Mr. Spielberg. And I was like, excuse me, I was like in their conversation, they were just talking. And then when he said his goodbyes and was walking right before he went out the back door, I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Spielberg. And he turned around and goes, oh, hey, and total different. He's like, I'm sorry. He goes, is that a script? I go, no, it's not a script. This is just a write-up. My local, news writer did a deal on a film that I directed, and I just wanted to give it to you, And he goes, oh, I'll take that. No problem at all. And I go, I apologize. I walked up on you. And he goes, oh, no problem. I'll read this. No problem. I go, thank you. Walked out the door, and I started freaking bawling. You know what I mean? So
that's cool.
But I'm glad that I went back there, because to this day, I'd be like, F that son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my whole Dark Side Brick Oven Pizza Company has more Spielberg stuff in it than Star Wars. That's kind of the crazy thing.
I'm sorry, Michael. You just said that you went backstage, and all I could think of was like 3 security guys like carrying you out. Wes, you're like, Mr. Spielberg.
I was in a tux, dude. I was in a tux. That's the night I met Warren Beatty and Danny DeVito, and they were all so nice. I met Mark Wahlberg. I met Jackie Chan. I met a lot of people that 3 days I was in California. I mean, it was crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know who we had a similar, because at Disneyland, like all the celebs are always, they're going with their family and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird. Like, it's also like you got to catch them at the right time too, because they're kind of around their little posse or whatever. But
and they always have those plaids with them too, so it's like hard
plaids,
to like.
Yeah, well, that's how we find them, right? We're looking for the plaids.
Yeah.
But we saw what's the guy that does the voice for the Lego Batman?
Oh, from
You know
like
what I'm
that
talking about?
family show or whatever, right?
Yeah. What's his name? He also hosts like the Lego show. Like, he's one of the hosts. Hold on, let me tell you his name. But anyways,
Will Arnett.
Yes, Will Arnett. My wife recognized him, and they were outside, like at the downtown Disney. And my wife goes up to him with my daughter, because my daughter's like, oh, like she likes Legos and Lego Batman. It was like when it was the hype. She goes up to him, and he does kind of the same thing. He's like, no pictures, or like, like put him like turns my wife away. But I'm filming in the background, like, because I wanted to capture like the picture, right? And I'm like, no. And my wife's like, she's hardcore. Like, she's like, oh, and she looks down and she's like, sorry, Lego Batman doesn't want to talk to you or take pictures. I'm so sorry.
I can see her being like that too.
Oh yeah, and she's just like, oh, I'm sorry, Kennedy. Like, he doesn't want to.
Oh my god.
And then he goes like, I'm sorry for her. Oh yeah, come here. And then he like takes a couple of pictures, but they're all super awkward, and like I run up because I'm like behind, right? And I like take the pictures, and it's like, oh, okay, thank you. And my wife's like, yeah, that's right. He took a picture. She did that to the Impractical Jokers, like that show Impractical Jokers. Yeah. It was during Comic-Con, and this was like almost a decade ago. My oldest daughter, was probably like 8 around then, and she liked that show, and she saw them, and my wife did the same thing. She's like, hey, can we take a picture? And then so they're like, sure. They stopped on the sidewalk. My daughter got in front of them, and then like one of them was still on his phone. My wife's like, hey, can you stop looking at your phone and take a picture? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then
man, she's the best, dude.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
She's
we'll have fun in Japan.
We always joke around because like, I'm usually pretty polite, like in public, and I'm like really nice, and like even like when something goes wrong, like with the food, like she's like, wait, I didn't order tomatoes, I'm gonna send that back. I was like, don't send it back, just take the tomatoes out. Like, come on.
It's kind of like me and you, right, Gabe?
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, like just take them out. Like, she's like, no, I can still taste them. I'm like, come on, you can't taste the tomato juice. Like, look, come on. So but we always joke around that I'm like, one of us got to tell the waiter that I didn't order mashed potatoes, and it's not going to be me. So that's you.
Andy, take care of this.
Yeah. And it's funny because anytime, like, even for like certain things, like for example, I got some clothes right recently, like 2 weeks ago, and my wife's like, you should try them out before we leave. I was like, no, this is my size. Like, that's fine. So I take them home. I rip off all the tags. I put it on, and it's huge. And I'm like, damn it, I gotta return them. I'm like, but the tags are off, and like she's like, I know. You're gonna ask me to return them. I'm like, yes, I am. You're gonna return them because she don't care. She's just like, oh, the tags are in there. Like, yeah, my husband took them off.
That's funny. When we were building our house, anytime the contractors did something that I wasn't happy with, I would tell them, look, I'm pretty easygoing, but my wife, when she comes here and she sees this and they're like, what, she not going to be happy? And I always say, you ever see the news footage of the Middle East, like in the Gaza Strip, where all those Arabs are throwing like Molotov cocktails? They were like, yeah. I was like, before we got married, that was my wife over there doing that.
Well, remember I told you guys a couple weeks ago about my Volkswagen, like the ID4 that we had. There was a recall, and my wife was like just pissed, and she was just like kept on having to go back. And one day I went and I did that same thing. I was like, look, I don't know if she told you, but like we're both attorneys, and in our profession and in like our legal community in San Diego, like I'm known as the nice guy. You don't want to mess with her. I'm just telling you, like, you'd rather deal with me right now and just tell me the truth. Anyways, we go through that whole process, They give us the car on the 29th day. 'Cause remember I told you on the 29th, the no lemon law kicks in.
Right.
And we were already all prepped up, but she had already called like the Better Business Bureau, the NIFTA, I forgot, whatever the national safety like recall thing. She called their corporate office, talked to their legal department, and on the 29th day, they sent a letter saying like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're gonna buy back the car, right? And my wife's like, yeah, that's right, you're gonna buy back the car. So she was like, I was like, all right, we're gonna get a new car and this and that. And then we started looking into it, and I'm like, oh, the interest rates are higher than what, I don't know. So instead, she's like, no, you know what? She calls back actually, she was emailing the legal department, and she's like, actually, I don't want to buy back. What about compensation? And they're like, I'm so sorry. Yes, we'll give you $4,500 in compensation for your time. And we're like, what?
Dope, dude.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Yeah. So she ended up getting $4,500 because she like took it all the way up. She's like,
well, here's the thing, Gabe. What you guys got going for you is they tell you anytime you get into a problem, all you need is your attorney to send a letter. Once they get a letter from an attorney, everything changes, right? Instead, they have two attorneys that they're going to have to deal with. So right. I'm sure they penciled it all out and decided, let's just give them the money up front instead of paying our attorneys. But speaking of celebrities who behave like the Lego Batman guy, a funny story so there's this Lebanese singer that my wife really loves, right? And he's really famous in Lebanon, and he's kind of arrogant. And they brought him for a concert here in Portland long ago, and this was pre 9/11, so you could still go to the gate to to where the people are deplaning, and you could greet people as they come off the airplane. So he flies in with his whole entourage, and excuse me. And at the time, we all go to the gate to meet him. And at the same time, Oregon Senator Bob Packwood was also on the plane. So all the press, the local news, they were there to film him coming off of the plane and to interview him. And he had just come back from a, congressional session. And so the Lebanese singer gets off the plane, and he sees all the press and all the cameras, and he has a total fit. He's like, no pictures. And he starts getting all upset.
No, that's hilarious.
Like, how could the press ambush him and all this?
Like, who's this guy?
And we're like, hey, they're not here for you. They're here for Senator Packwood, who's also on the plane. Nobody here knows who you are.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
It was like, you could just see this, like, the total wah, wah, wah. Yeah.
It was so humbling, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like, no one knows who you are and no one gives a crap.
I'm catching up with the conversation, and oh my God. Can Ben might be miniskirts with Robin. Oh my God. Because he's saying that he's Batman and
that's funny.
And Robin. That's hilarious. Robin's like, get a lot more views.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I mean, it's 2 hours. I mean, we could keep on going, but what do you guys want to do? Anything else you guys want to chat about?
Well, I think I'm thankful I haven't heard any pounding from upstairs from the the little ones. Right. So,
right.
No, but I am Michael. By the way, are you going to be going to Wonderfest? You are? Okay. Well, that'll be fun. I'm really excited about that. That's coming up in the next 2 months. It's not even 2 months away.
Yeah.
That's going to be really fun.
Yes.
Michael, any update on the restaurant?
Thanks for asking. Yeah, we're just doing a lot of little details, interior details right now. Foam insulation and getting ready to start sheetrock and getting ready to start landscape on the outside and So, but yeah, it's coming together, man. So we're still as we get closer. You know, I'm not even telling people dates anymore, just until we get up there. But you can follow Dark Side Pizza Company on Instagram to see any new updates. So yeah, but it's fun now. We did move the 6 scale stuff over there, so we're setting up the Java room that we're doing. It's pretty cool. So, but yeah, so Gabe, when you get your fiber axe, I'm sure you're going to do a video on that thing, huh?
Yeah. I'll definitely do it.
Ryan needs to. I mean, people need to see that stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. No,
And where can we? And it's RWS. What is it? What's the name of it?
RC? Is it RC?
Yeah, RC props, right?
Or RC props.
Let me bring it up real quick.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
I like this. Do you have any projects in the pipeline? Where do I begin?
I know, huh? Joseph's got like 50,000.
I literally have a spreadsheet because there's like right now it's I think we're over like 45 projects going.
Yeah,
simultaneously.
RWC props.
RWC. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
on
actually I have a couple going with Ryan too, so from RWC. So that'll be the Yoda the fusion furnace.
Oh, he's doing you one. He's doing one for you too.
Yeah. And then we were talking about doing a Lurpa, which is a prop from Star Trek: The Original Series. It's that half moon shaped blade with the long staff and the counterweight on the bottom. It's not dissimilar from the Vibro Axe, I guess, but yeah, I'm hoping to do that with him.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to go check. I mean, if you guys don't follow Ryan and he did like a whole workup on like he's comparing the screen used one to the one he made. I'm telling you,
like Joseph said, he's super particular and like I got this close for the reference that I had because wasn't a lot of I'm like, dude, bro, this is extremely badass. I'm so happy with it, you know.
Yeah,
stuff looks legit.
Oh, I have a Ghostbusters Proton Pack coming soon.
Oh yeah. Talk about that.
A couple of weeks. Yeah. So for the longest time, so back when Anovos was still a company, I bought one of their Spengler 1984 Spengler Pack kits, which was, based off of the scan of the original 1984 Spengler Pack. And it's a beautiful kit. It's fiberglass and stuff. It was really well done. I mean, and it was it was over $1,000 at the time for just the kit. And I've had it all these years, and I was just trying to find kind of the person to build it. And I found a gentleman by the name of Rhett Martin. Actually, his name came up from 2 different people at the same time, right? Brad Fife mentioned his name to me, and then another friend mentioned his name. And it turns out he works for Max Factory, who, like, they have the original 84 Spengler Pack. And he's like, that's all he does is he does, completely authentic Ghostbusters Proton Packs. So I talked to him about it, and I sent him the Anovos kit, and he's been working on it, and it'll be another couple of weeks. But he got all the full electronics package and did the whole thing. I mean, it's just beautiful. And he's going to be at Wonderfest too. So
that's going to be a good time.
Cool. Huh?
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. So I'm working on that, and then actually working on a original series phaser rifle. So the big one that sold at auction for $650,000 a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. So I'm working with a friend, Greg Nowling, to make the kit, and then Steve Dimzo, who one of the founders of Master Replicas, is actually going to make it. And we're going to go full on with a functioning screen and laser for the a laser emitter and the whole thing. So Steve is an amazing prop maker. the pieces that he finishes are just, they look like they came out of a machine, like they're completely flawless. Like here is, hold on one second. Like here's the Strange New Worlds phaser that he made for me. I don't know, Gabe, if you can put this on the big screen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you just, I wish I could, put it all the way up to the screen so you could see the detail in this thing.
Oh, we can see the details.
But I mean, just all the metal parts are machined. It's just so beautifully done. And then you feel it, you feel the weight in this thing, and then, lights up.
Wow.
It's crazy. Just beautifully done. So I'm really excited about doing that project with him, the original series phaser rifle. And then we're going to be doing a Strange New Worlds tricorder. That's going to be functional with a view screen, it has a miniature LCD screen in it, and not dissimilar to the tricorder that I just showed you guys in terms of functionality. But the design is very different. So,
gotcha.
Yeah. So lots of little projects in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And when are you hang that Tauntaun on the wall?
When am I hanging it on the wall? Well, once I get my room situated.
It's a very expensive paperweight you got there right now.
I know. It's just sitting there. Yeah. No, it'll go up. The problem is that I need to. It's going on the wall above a bunch of other stuff, and until I have all the other stuff there, I don't know how high to hang it. So.
Well, Richard's back.
Very funny.
Richard Riley's is back on my Jaws Bruce life size.
Oh, badass!
Yeah,
dude. Very cool. He's working on the eyes right now, and it's unbelievable. He's got almost 300 teeth to insert in the mouth.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
I can't wait to. That's going to be the funnest thing, everybody's welcome to come help me set up, man. I'm excited to start bringing in stuff and actually setting things up. That's going to be the fun thing. I fantasize about doing the show there live, on Collection Wars, hanging out with everybody and, with everybody in the background, eating and enjoying their dinner. And
just to warn you, Michael, it's almost impossible to do a show like that in the restaurant because of all the noise.
Oh no, I'll have my.
Unless you get Sean to set you up with the
it'll be done. I'll do it the right way. Yeah, because I have a private office upstairs that looks down on the back of the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll be sealed off from noise.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sean, I want you to set up Michael with with that and the boom mic, right?
Yeah.
Covering up half his face with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So on Collection Wars, guys, we've got several industry guest artists that we're gonna have on here pretty quick. I know we've been some of these artists just are getting back from London and settling back in, but we were hoping to have one of them. But it's really cool because they've got some stories to tell that have to do with. I guess we can't really talk about it yet, Gabe, right? Until
the next episode's finished.
Yeah. But it's cool, and
that'll be cool.
Fun stuff. Yeah, and then we're going to get into some people's personal collections again. It's nice. It's always fun seeing these different collections out there. So
going back to Collection Wars.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gabe, I'm hoping maybe we can do a show from Tokyo.
Dang, that'd be dope, huh?
That would be cool. Yeah.
Michael, it's okay. We'll take some frozen meals for you or something.
Yeah, I'm torn. So I was talking to Gabe about it because I thought there's no way, but then I was like, I don't know if. And hey, isn't Lee going to Japan in a week?
Yeah. I think he's planning his trip. I don't know the exact date, but I knew it was coming up.
Yeah, but but anyway, I don't know that. like Sean said, I don't know if I'd want to go that far.
No, Michael, you have to come, and we're gonna feed you sushi while you're there.
There's no freaking way, dude.
You need to try it sometime, dude.
Things would be a lot different if Denise would have been with you, because I wouldn't have to be rude. Denise she's got the runs. Like, we gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
This was like, she's like, hey, thanks. But that's why Andy was there to take care of me, So.
Yeah, no, it should be fun. I mean, but I think definitely got to figure out like a longer trip, right? Because I mean, got to take advantage of it, because it's probably, I mean, it's not often that
the thing. What's nice for us, three of us, is that it's a direct flight, right? Like for me, it's a direct 10-hour flight, but for Michael, it would be probably a lot. He'd have to have a layover somewhere.
So is it quicker? Because I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure. Is it quicker to go to Japan than it is to go to Europe?
Yeah,
for me,
for us, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not for you,
because it's going the other way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from us, we have to go across the country and then land somewhere like Atlanta or somewhere, and then from there,
Although, I don't know. There used to be a direct flight from San Francisco to Paris, but I don't know if that still exists.
You mean like the Concorde?
Like the Concorde? Yeah.
It wasn't a Concorde. It was just a regular like 747. But that was, I just remember because we used to make that trip.
Well, I know for England, I know we flew out of San Diego straight to England.
Yeah, so you could do that.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Hey, I don't want to keep this show going a whole lot longer, but I do want to bring up real quick what Regal Robot's coming out. What do you think about any of the releases?
Oh, the Indiana Jones
stuff. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Because I was just thinking of I'm sporting the Ravenwood collection. Boom, look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Steven and Carly were saying that they might go, but Steven's been doing this release of I guess it would be like the Black Series Indiana Jones, and I love what they're coming out with. Some of the figures that they're coming out.
They've been
with.
doing a ton of them. Yeah,
Man, they're badass. And then I found out right after the show last week that they're going to have the Gentle Giant jumbo Indiana Jones. Oh, that's cool.
Really? Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the one that they did a few of those minis, but the bigger wall art looks amazing, right?
Yeah,
that
big
one.
That's tight.
Yeah. That and then the other piece.
Oh, I gotta get this. Oh yeah.
That would be a cool accent to put like the props in front of.
Yeah. The urn. That's really cool too.
Thanks for bringing it, Sean.
But it's small, right? It's the one that he drinks, like it's the elixir, right?
Right.
At the very beginning of
the film.
Yeah, the
of
film.
Raiders.
Right, where, like, No. Is it Raiders? No, Temple of Doom.
Oh yeah, it says Temple of Doom.
It's Temple of Doom.
Yeah, it's at the beginning at the
Temple
club Obi-Wan. Remember?
Yes.
Right? Where like he drinks the poison and then this definitely. I mean, it's $400. It's gonna be limited. I don't know how many they're gonna actually come out with. That's a cool
that looks
concept
like
art.
the way it's painted it. I mean, it really looks like that translucent, jade.
It reminds me kind of the old G.I. Joe cartoons, like when they would do stuff. So Zombie Hunter asks how the Luke and Wampa. So I showed this to Tom the other day.
Oh, you put his.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's carrying this.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but I can't wait to go and put that on display. That's going to be badass. People from everywhere can get to see that in person.
Yeah.
But hey, can you pull
their director's chair that you just showed a second ago? That looks tight.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Like the color.
Oh yeah,
it looks like almost like a leathery kind of color.
Hey, can you pull up real quick Gentle Giant Raiders?
Yeah.
So Rocco Sculptor, if you guys, I talked to him. I talked to him yesterday. Yeah, that's badass. I like that.
And then what you want me to pull? Gentle Giant?
Yeah, if you don't mind. This gentleman that we're going to have on the show here real soon. I talked to him yesterday. Rocco. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of the sculpts he's done sculpts for a lot of people out there. But yeah, so go down to the Indiana Jones real quick. Releases.
That one or this? That one?
Yeah. Yeah, those are badass. Yeah, so Rocco did a lot of the busts. Yeah, go scroll down. See the bust there, like the Indiana Jones bust, and the one I'm excited about is that Jumbo. Yeah, that's badass. On those Black Series figures that Steven was showing, the detail on the figures' faces were incredible. But yeah, I can't wait to get that. That's a Jumbo 12-inch. I love those. But yeah, it's coming out everywhere.
Right? Life size? Another life size?
I don't know.
Looks like a piggy bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe life size.
No, that's what it is. It's a bank.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I saw one the other day that looked amazing, and it was like gold plated, and then I saw the back side of it, and it's actually a mug.
Oh wow!
Oh really?
It looked totally authentic as a prop replica, and then you turn it around, and it's a mug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. You know which bank I have that was really cool. I have the Batman.
Yep.
The Shakespeare head.
Shakespeare head. Yeah, me too.
That one's really
great
cool.
piece. Yeah.
And then I ended up repainting it. So because it was kind of very like it looked like a toy. So I just went over it with like that gold rub and buff just to kind of give it a little bit more.
That's from like Diamond Select or something.
Yeah.
Did you guys see they almost sold that for like 30,000 or something like that? 50,000?
What, the original bust?
No, dude, the replica. So there was an auction house, I think in like London or New York. This was like a couple weeks ago. And someone, I guess, like put it up for auction through their company, and they were. What happened?
No, nothing. I'm just reading it in the chat. I'm sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
Oh, so they were, I guess, fooled by thinking it was the original. So they had it listed in their catalog as it like we're gonna like auction it off, and then like last minute they pulled it and they're like, this is actually Diamond Select.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Janine, Rub and Buff's the best. That's like my favorite. It really is. Rub and Buff's like, dude.
Here we go. Hey, real quick to Left Coast.
Oh.
I knew you would like the 2 upcoming Indy Jumbos. I know about Indy. What's the other one? I know Steven mentioned that at Celebration or something.
Yeah, remember the Max
Rebo would be cool.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about that, Michael? I said they showed the like the concepts, right? Like just the unpainted version.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Jumbo 88.
88? Oh.
And Lando.
Holy shit, that's badass. Finally, dude.
Yeah.
I've been waiting forever for those.
Yeah.
That's awesome news. I didn't know that. Oh, so at Celebration at Gentle Giant booth, they had the concepts there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it was the unpainted concept.
I mean, I need to look it up, see if somebody did a YouTube.
Yeah.
Gentle
they
Giant.
also released some other stuff at Celebration that looks really. They have I think is it a half bust of one of the Gamorrean guards?
If that's them, yeah, it looks tight.
It's like a half scale bust. It looked really good.
I think I have a photo. I can send it to Gabe real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
God, it's like I'm the only one that really, I guess, likes those Indiana Jones. There's just something about the Indiana Jones stuff. I really like the toys.
Yeah.
They never even really release that many of them. I'm sending off another mini rig to Izzy on Monday.
To Izzy?
Yeah. Last one or no?
No. No, he did the 3 in the collection, but now I'm doing a Return of the Jedi.
Hey, speaking of, you know what I was thinking, and it just kind of came to my head. Remember in the Mandalorian episode where they had the pirates? Remember that one where the pirate thing? That was a missed opportunity because they had the boss looking like creatures, right? Those lizards, right? And then remember in the ship, they actually send these little because they're hunting the people, right? They go down on these little ships and they're uncovered. I was like, that was a missed opportunity. They should have put them in the little mini rig with the bubble just like the
Dude,
picture,
that would
right?
have been great. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I sent you the pic, Gabe.
Got it. Oh, those life size?
No, they're
No,
I think half scale.
Half
Yeah.
scale.
Where are they from? What is it?
This is
I
Gentle
think Gentle Giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Diamond Select, Gentle Giant.
Yeah. No, but
That's
they
kinda
look really
cool, though.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that Morian Guard one.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. I would actually maybe even think about that Emperor.
The
I would-
Palpatine, yeah. That's
Yeah, and you know what I would do? I would buy that and then spray paint that shit fucking bronze.
Yep.
That's what I'm.
Well, you can. I mean, they're typically not. I mean, those aren't the most expensive.
No.
You know, you should be able to.
Yeah, they're usually what, like 80 or something like that? 120?
Yeah, I mean, typically between 80 and 130 or something.
Oh, I'm doing that 100% when these come out.
Anyway, guys. Well, I'm starting to hear.
Yeah, no, let's wrap it up.
I can hear the little girl screaming for daddy.
Understand.
Well, cool guys. Well,
Thanks for
dude,
jumping on with us.
yeah, it's super fun, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's
always
great
good
to see
having
you,
you guys
John.
on.
Yeah, likewise, bro.
Yeah.
One day we'll do the Batman.
The Bat Bros.
Yeah, we'll do Bat Bros.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
In Tokyo. John.
You might have to do that with Gabe. I'll watch.
Yeah. Oh man, we're like this.
You know, it's so funny when I went to Japan, and you know, everyone does that in the pictures, right? All the and I so many times want to be like, you guys do know that means victory over Japan, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, that's funny.
Well, no, the new thing is this. Like the Japanese like girls, they go like this. This is it's a little heart. I guess that's what they do. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when you see that, they're usually in pictures like this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well,
It kind of sucks though. There's not going to be another celebration in the U.S. for freaking another
Probably
4
for like
years.
3-4 years. Yeah. But I know.
No telling what the Star Wars universe will be like then.
Right.
That's right.
I can't wait to get back on the build of my gallery for my models. You know what I mean, Joseph?
No.
I've got all
Yeah,
these sitting. Yeah, I know you know what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, can't wait to get those ships on display. So
Well, hopefully next time I'm on the show, I have some great stuff to show you guys. I just got a beautiful piece from Chris Benware that I'm excited to show everyone, and
yeah, the twin
a couple of the slave one, and then the Macquarie slave one. So those will be epic. Yeah.
You always,
you bought the slave one?
Huh?
You bought the slave one from him?
No, not from Chris.
Okay.
Mike Salzo made me a slave one, but I got a Macquarie slave one from another friend in Texas. No, Chris made a Macquarie cloud car.
Tight.
So if you guys recall the Macquarie artwork, you see the cloud car from behind, and it's blue. It's got a blue top and a gray bottom. Yeah, so he made one of those based on the artwork. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
badass, dude. So Joel just shared those pictures with me of the Gentle Giant concepts. It's badass.
Oh, for the Rebo band, Max Rebo band.
Yeah,
I would get those. Like I
was wondering if
making them, but I would get them.
Cool.
Yeah.
You
Very
see them?
nice.
Yeah.
And then this one is really cool.
But do you think they're gonna do the piano too? Yeah, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do the piano.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
88. So fine. That's 2 more figures of the vintage because this one I like. This one's cool.
Well, the Max Rebo band. I mean, there's 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
The map.
Dude, imagine if they did the Max Rebo like jumbo, but the life size like ones. That'd be sick, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the ones Michael
Yeah.
Mark II and Stormtrooper. Yeah.
That's exciting. I'm excited. Thanks for sharing that, Joel.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, all right, guys. Well,
All right.
everyone, Have a good
Have a wonderful
rest
night.
of your weekend.
Yeah, enjoy your Sunday, guys and gals.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for your Saturday evening. It's always fun hanging out with y'all.
Likewise, bro.
Yep.
It's great to see you all.
All
Have a
right,
good night.
guys.
Good night, Mr. Gabe. We'll talk to you soon, bro.
Sounds good.
All
Later,
right.
guys.
Good night, Joseph. Good night, John.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.